Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise, marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight.
All right, welcome in everybody to Valhalla Esports Season 5 quarterfinals. This is the second match we are streaming. We had a live stream there on Sunday. But tonight we're going to be bringing you Los Namadas versus Stoners Nation. But first, with me tonight, every fan's favorite, Malco. How you doing, Malco?
I wouldn't say anything about fan favorite, but I'm definitely grateful to be back on the desk once again to be able to give you guys such a good cast tonight here with Blitz on the production. To be able to give you guys what we are doing is Stoner Nation versus Los Namadas tonight. As you guys can see, we are currently in our quarterfinals for the Season 5 Valhalla split. As we do know, it is generally a season for Los Namadas to win, as they always love to take the odd seasons away from the Valhalla general populace and make sure that their team is known as the champion of the odd seasons. And so they want to be able to keep that claim going, as Los Namadas sits here on the left side up against a team that has been making a steamroll for themselves as of late and has a very good positive mood going into these games and feeling pretty good about themselves. Stoner Nation on the right, with the team callouts being Los Namadas, top lane Omega the Reaper, jungle Bulgaria, mid Snur Bopsy, ADC NGB Tactic, and support Killer Kumquat, with Stoners Nation having top lane Eli Wood, jungle KB Jelly, mid Critter, ADC Boomstick, and support Boosted Sandwich. I really like seeing both of these matchups. I will definitely be looking towards the Los Namadas, as Tactic is being put into that, as Tactic in that bot lane is definitely going to be able to pick up something on his own role. I believe he was playing the jungle for a little bit for Demonic Ascension, but he's being is it a sub out this time around for
Yeah,
Los Nemadas?
Tortuga wasn't available this week, so Tactics sub it in.
Definitely, and I believe with Tactic being in the ADC role originally, this is definitely going to be a little bit of a nice little awakening for him to be able to come in and be like, okay, I'm on my main role this time around, and Los Nemadas will be able to possibly not have any, what's it called, anything missing from the synergy, as it's only the ADC role that's being taken out, and they just need to be able to play to their normal game to be able to win these out. With the other side being Stoner's Nation, with them being before, I believe it was Boosted who was feeling really good about his entire team when we were recently watching Worlds together in general chat, and he was really talking it up about how good he felt about how his team could do these playoffs. And this is going to be absolutely insane to watch, as Stoner's Nation, as you guys know, did make that crazy run at one point to put themselves at 4-2-0, which could not be any more perfect for the Stoners Nation. And then they did still continue to look very strong, even in some of their losses in the latter half of the season, and able to bring themselves to this playoff match quarterfinal, as we see here. If you are currently ready, Blitz, I am perfectly ready to go right into the draft for these
I
two teams.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing that Stoners Nation should have been very confident going into this one, as much as they're saying in the chat. But they were undefeated in the regular season outside of their division. Their division is the only teams they couldn't overcome. So I don't know why they're talking like this in the chat, but yeah, this should be a really good series.
They're just trying to
Um,
make sure that the chat can have something to be excited for. They want to be able to give the chat something to be like, you know what? Guys, don't think that this was a complete slaughter. We want you guys to know that this is going straight to like 3 games, and it's gonna be an absolute bloodbath. Melko's gonna be having to be rap god real quick and try to channel the inner Eminem for a second and try to go absolutely blazing speed, because we're gonna be going bloodbath after bloodbath after bloodbath. We want to give you guys something crazy, and it's already looking like the bands are starting to reflect some of that, as some protective things can the Lux with the big shield that she can do with her W, the Karma being taken out, Brand and Aurelion Sol, two scaling AP picks, are also being taken out from this game, with Brand just overall being extremely powerful, and Aurelion Sol now more recently being a more powerful pick in the mid lane as of late. And then Morgana and Braum respectively being banned from both sides of Stoners Nation and Los Nemadas. And the first pick on blue side, a very respective first pick with the Amumu for Stoners Nation.
yeah, really nice first pick there. You can always rotate it support. Green Jungler's always a prio pick in our league, so no real surprise there.
I really do love seeing the Amumu being such a priority, and the easy way to just soccer ball away the Amumu, the Emilio being given over to Los Nemadas here. I actually do like seeing that. It's a very clear counter to any type of engage, and that soccer ball cooldown is actually much lower than some people suspect. So, I mean, yes, Amumu does have the second chance to be able to go in, but it still can be very disheartening when a simple little ball just stops your whole engage. And the Zyra here, with the potential to go mid or jungle, I feel it has like both possibilities, but more than likely going to the jungle here for Los Nemadas being their next pickup. I feel like I've seen this composition before, that Stoners Nation is going to be picking up as they pick up the Kaisa. I recently have a lot of respect for Kaisa being this kind of, if you want to go like that, it gives you that option for the AD mid. And if you really want it for yourself, you'll be able to pick that up. I think we're having a glitch here, but the next pick, I'm not sure if anyone else can see that there.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
What did I do?
There we go. The Nautilus. Okay. So this is where they're trying to say, you know what, Melio, you can only disengage one of us at one time, and we're still going to be able to continue going in. So giving themselves more options. We're picking up the Nautilus here. So the bot lane seems like it's rounded out here with the Kaisa Nautilus for Stoners Nation. The jungle is going to be that Amumu, which I think is the better role for it either way. And then we see that the Jinx is here picked up for Los Nemadas. I do not mind the Jinx being a scaling pick for them here, but it does seem very with the Amumu Nautilus, it seems kind of scary, and there is the ability to engage on it with the Kaisa if they do want to be super aggro with the Killer Instinct post 6. So we have to look out for post 6 fights and what those engages are going to look like. As we do look down to the bans here, we have the Cassiopeia and Zareth both being banned on Los Namada side, and we have the Lysandra Ribbon banned on Stoner's Nation side. Do not want to have the potential of Omega Ribbon being put on that ribbon, and they do end up picking the Galio here for Los Namadas, giving some of that AP tankiness that's going to be needed to try to deflect some of those, some of the Void Seekers that are going to be coming from the Kaisa W as she starts to build up more of the AP items. I do suspect, though, that they are anticipating that it will be some type of AD mid, but we are still going to get some type of AD threat coming out from the top side with split push threat also going into the Gnar. Not entirely sure what else they would do to round out this composition for the mid lane. I mean, Yone, if Yone is played mid for Stoner's Nation, I would say do that. Okay, I can
Watching
definitely
too much
get behind
Worlds.
this. I could get behind this though. A Lucian mid right now, I can definitely get behind in this game. It
Spicy.
again, it gives you that extra AD threat that you have. Double AD carry is actually pretty decent for current compositions to have. And again, the Kaisa is going to be primarily more AP threat than AD, so it's going to be really hard for the side of Los Namadas to build against it. And I do like seeing Los Namadas here picking up the Malphite as just kind of that, hey, no matter what happens to you, as long as you hit 6 and you get a good knockup on a couple of people, we have that ability to engage, and we do have the secondary engage coming in from the Galio that is semi-global, you can consider it. It's like half a global, I would say, level 1. So you might, or even a quarter global when level 1. So it might actually work out right here where both of these teams are going to really be playing for post 6, where Stoner's Nation is going to be looking to heavily engage onto the side of Los Namadas, but Los Namadas has that significant counter engage where once you actually do unload all your buttons onto them, do they have the ability to wait out a little bit more and then go back in on you? I'm very curious to see how these two teams are going to end up playing out. And very quickly, I just guys want to point out, you guys do see there in the in the chat there is going to be a reminder to everyone that we have our very own Valhalla Clash coming up for Plat 4 and teams, it seems, under. So go ahead and just check out the Discord to see for the Valhalla Clash rules, and be sure to sign up for that. As we go right here, going to be getting into the games. Once again, the call-outs are, we're looking at each side. Stoner's Nation has Gnar, Amumu, Kaisa mid actually with Boomstick taking up the Lucian and Nautilus bot side. So we might still see the AP Kaisa, but with it being in the mid lane this time around, giving that post 6 threat actually a lot more ability, and Kaisa can actually roam a lot more than people probably anticipate her to be able to do. So this should be a very interesting matchup though into the Galleon.
Yeah, I mean, this also unlocks the guys who can really focus in on the AP. I think that's probably the decision to make here. Really lean into the roam and that wave clear with the Q.
I really do like that the ward was placed very early on, it looks like, by Killer Kumquat here, and it's gonna be able to see this entire invade from the side of Stoner's Nation. So the information has been given. No, it wasn't dropped by him, it was dropped by the AD carry, it looks like, instead. So 2 wards immediately dropped by the side of Stoner's Nation, giving so much information, or by the side of Los Namadas, giving them so much information on Stoner's Nation, seeing that entire invade. So that's just unfortunate that not much was able to be given to Stoner's Nation for that full invade. They just kind of knew that their jungler was not starting on that side. But I don't expect Zyra to start on the buff anyways.
Yeah, so I mean, super nice wards from the side of Los Namadas into Stoner's Nation, punishing them for that invade, getting something out of it.
And as we can see here, we're going to have a Raptor start for both of our junglers here, even though more information being given over to Los Namadas, as they do have information on KB Jelly where he is starting, as they can see him on the wards. There were 3 wards placed on the map very early on by Los Namadas side, and right now we're actually getting a little bit of dueling on the top side by the Malphite and the Gnar. Gnar, though, not having his W, not going to be able to get those passive procs that allow him to do more of that trade damage, but at least it's a bit even between the two.
Yeah, I mean, the Gnar Eli should have the early advantage, just with a little bit of range, a little bit of poke. I mean, I guess their Q is decently long range, but if Eli can play around that, he should have the early advantage.
I really do like seeing though that this is the Comet, Omega the Reaper's on the Comet Malphite. It's just gonna be constantly annoying to be getting poked by that Comet plus the Q every single time. That actually might make Eli's laning a little bit hard, believe it or not. Even though yes, he is ahead of here in farm, it could still force him out of lane periodically. But both now hitting level 3, the duel being started as Eli immediately goes right in, able to hit the rock, looking to get a little bit more, but not going to be able to take it down. Omega the Reaper, though, brought to really low health in that trade. Oh, that was a really nice hook landed there by the Nautilus, but not going to really equate to anything. Lucian can't get any more damage down. The Ignite ticking down onto NGB Tactic, but not going to be anything. But we do have a meeting of the junglers here. Zyra finding a Mumu first, trying to trail down, not going to engage, and instead decides to turn away. No, we are starting to meet already in these jungles, but we're not getting any kind of combat right here. Boomstick, though, really looking really aggressive on this Lucian.
Yeah, Jinx using a lot of mana, using the rockets to farm up. So we'll see if they can push this wave back. But just gonna have to get some biscuits, get some sustain here. Does have the Millia for sustain, so they can outlast them. But
I don't like the fact that they are this pushed up, and Bulgaria did have an opportunity to gank there, it seems, but it looks like he's looking to wrap around for the Kai'Sa instead. Critter is kind of forced up. Galio goes in, lands the taunt, fully snared, flashes in under the turret. Are they going to try to flash for the last autos? No, instead Kai'Sa going to have to use their own flash to get away, able to mitigate that gank. Nicely done by Critter.
Yeah, we'll see if Sunder Nation adapts in the next game. We know that Bulgaria likes to be a farming jungle, and the Zyra clear is just too clean. Nice dodge there with the Malphite.
Yeah, it's nicely done there. Able to dodge out on the extra Meganar damage. Meganar able to get that stun, potentially could have meant a tower dive kill, but I don't believe that Eli would have just immediately tried to go in on it, especially with no itemization right now that would have allowed him to really be able to have that advantage.
He's got the 10 farm advantage. Well, I mean, this is a decent sized wave, so he does have the pulling. No longer has that level advantage. Just needs to continue to crash as many of these as possible and make life difficult for Mega.
I really do like how much that seeing that Stoner's Nation sees Eli constantly bullying Omega up here. So much wards used towards this top side, making sure that he's able to constantly keep pushing the Malphite in, not able to get just pushed back in on himself or ganked at that moment. And Zyra, once again, being one of those farming junglers, he's kind of going unpunished doing this.
So farm evened out a little bit in top lane, still a little behind for Omega. Farm pretty even across the map, as we see just 100k gold or so. Nope. Yeah, just like 90 difference between the two teams. Dragon is up. We have Grubs coming up here in 20 seconds. So we'll see which ones they prioritize, or if we're just going to get a handshake trade. Malphite need to be a little careful.
Yeah, Omega there getting taken down really low, and it's looking like Flash Hook not gonna land it. Flash used by the Jinx. Nice reaction by Tactic there to be able to not get taken down, but it's gonna be an engage there. But the Dragon started, a Mumu being engaged on, and it's gonna be Zyra calling in the Galio ultimate. Not gonna be enough though, can't land anything onto this Mumu. He engages back on, looking for the Jinx, not gonna get it. First blood going over to Los Amadas.
That is not how Sunder Nation drew that one up. I think they thought they were going to sneak that, but Sunder Nation, or Los Amadas all over Sunder Nation for that one. Read the play, read where they wanted to go, and they might get both of these here, most of these primary objectives.
Yeah, the Grubs are up right now, but
Zyra
does see bot side there, and I don't think they're going to be able to make anything happen. Is trying to see if they can get anyone snared down the Lucian, but a lot of damage onto the Zyra ticking down. Boom, boom, is it enough? And bam goes the dynamite, and that's going to be Bulgaria going down. Boosted Sandwich able to take that kill.
Yeah, I think the bigger part there, so Mumu is now being able to steal away Chicken's topside. With that information, he definitely should be looking. It looks like he's going to try to deny more of the top side, but definitely could have taken a grub or two at this time, knowing Zyra got taken out bot lane.
I would like to I would definitely like to see KB take advantage of that, but now he's more on the concern of trying to invade the Zyra's jungle. I do like having that engaged, but hold on, we do have a fight as the Lucian is taken down to 1/3 HP, trying to engage, help out his Nautilus here on this Jinx. Jinx is taken really low. Lucian does not have the dash in just yet. Just gonna have to use his autos. Dashes in, uses the barrier, taking down one more auto boom. Boomstick gonna be able to take out the enemy ADC, and now we're going right up to the top side as we do have a fight. Ultimate used by the Gnar, gonna be trying to engage a little bit more on the Malphite, able to get the stun, going under the tower, able to get the damage, uses the ultimate to knock him out, but Eli Wood solo dolo in the top side. Stoner Nation now taking the first real lead of the game.
Yeah, 1.3k gold lead. Zyra is here in the top trying to punish this Gnar. Doesn't have anything on the rage bar, so is a bit of a squishy target right now. Ultimate used that over Zyra.
And it's not going to end up utilizing anything. Zyra only having now the Qs to be able to get something done. Gnar, though, able to dish and dodge. And it's going to be just enough for the Gnar to be able to get away. Nicely done there by Eli Wood.
I only see 2 grubs. And no grub was taken. Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed. 1 grub was taken by... sorry.
I do like seeing Bulgaria here trying to take advantage of the fact that the last 2 grubs were left open. That can at least be something for his team to be able to take. But it looks like KB Jelly is going to end up seeing Bulgaria here. We should get another fight potentially over these last couple grubs. And Galio now walking up. He does have the first roam, but
like
being seen on the ward, they're just going to disengage it and give up the grubs to the Zyra. Nicely done, Stoner Nation, to be able to secure those last 2.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
not
it's messing us both up right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm like...
Not having the names on champs, I might have to fix that in games. But, yeah. Southern Nation, though, I think making the right read, not being too aggressive there, backing off. They got the 1. I'm not quite sure why they didn't finish the second one earlier. I'd have to go back and look at that. But, hey, they got 1 in their pocket. They're not going to get 6-0'd. And then they still have a good chance to get themselves ahead.
And if anything, they potentially could still, if they start to focus more towards this top side, like looking at the lead that Eli Wood does currently have, 1 kill, 22 farm up, it's going to lead to something a little bit more, opening up that top side. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be looking towards a potential Rift Herald and then trying to open up this top side a little bit more so they can open up those grubs. But we do see the culling being used up here to just go ahead and push that wave out and under the turret. Boomstick, I think, is just gonna back here, and he does have a bit of a lead on the Jinx here, about 11 farm up.
But the Jinx does have a call. The Jinx does have a call here, so that gold's gonna be quickly eliminated as soon as he get that paid off.
Yeah, they're gonna need to start doing something about this Jinx. Nautilus was out of the lane for quite some time, but luckily Zyra was not anywhere near to make use of that. So Boomstick was just safe to be able to farm out that lane, and Emilio wasn't really able to help make anything happen either. I think at this point, what we're looking, I really am just gonna be looking more towards this top side eventually, because right now it's like it just seems that that's just gonna be a real hard time for Omega the Reaper there, especially with Eli just constantly pushing it in, and you do see the Merc treads on him, so he's now mitigating a lot more of that damage from before. All right, turret plate secured there by Snirbobsy. Kai's able to dish a little bit of damage there, but it's not going to mean anything. First plate secured for that for the Los Tomatos mid laner.
Yeah, pretty actually even. Chris doing a really nice job there, farming up, staying even. You know, only that 1 assist behind, so pretty even there. Not getting punished. For being an 80
wait a second though. Oh, he lands the ult but stops the fight. But we do have the engages. The taunt is missed there by Snirbobsy, and Kaisa is looking there. They do know that the Drake is being started here by Los Tomatos, but the Stoner Nation actually want to be able to make something happen here? I don't think so. They're sitting there on a teleport disadvantage with Eli Wood being stuck on the top side. He can't really stop the Malphite teleport if he wants to have them come down for that fight. So I think if this Drake is started, oh wait, hold on, flash ulti, all for the Zyra. It took 2 ultis to get her, but it's gonna lead to a dragon for Stoner's Nation here. Yikes. Nice engage, a really great pick there on them.
Yeah, not really nice pick to give them this dragon. So we'll see if they go and fight over these grubs next. Should be a pretty quick transition. Looks like they have Los Impetus on the back foot.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's like, yeah, so the next grub is spawning in 40 seconds. I would like to see KB maybe get one quick reset and then just head his way up there. Just it's very clear that they're right now sitting on the upper hand right now, with the top lane right now sitting at about 25 farm up and a kill up. You can definitely make a transition and utilize that strength that you have with the Gnar at this current moment to be able to really strong hand those grubs. And if they really do come up to combat you with it, I think it will actually rotate you start rotating your bot side up towards it, even if you would like to. But having that ADC, that extra ADC in the Kai'Sa in the mid lane definitely is going to be able to help. She does have the static shift, so she could help push these waves out and be able to get the priority for Stoner's Nation much easier than before.
But Bulgaria, he's on it right there at the spawn. And that's the problem with doing that full clear bot side. I don't know if the team call or what, but definitely no prio being paid there.
I think one of them has not been secured yet, actually.
Nope.
But Zyra being found and immediately engaged on Eli, was able to take that kill with the help of the killer instinct coming out from the Kai'Sa. Now they're going to be able to continue as Amumu is now going to be fighting out on the Galio. Jinx Rock is going to be able to land on nothing, and it's still going to be Amumu chasing out Snurbopsy, and he's trying to keep helping the fight. Not going to be enough, as one of the grubs is secured by the side of Stoner's Nation, but they're still continuing. The Nautilus ultimate is going to be used to try to get the Galio. Not going to be able to do anything as the Ignite is dropped on him, but it's just enough to push him out, and the rest of these grubs are going to be secured by Stoner's Nation, sitting at 2k gold up, and some. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Not being there at the spawn means that you lose out on those grubs, so it's 2 grubs each, but instead they're gonna say we're gonna take the constellation prize of the Herald, and we had a quick disconnect, but a reconnect, and we're good to get back right into the game.
Yeah, they did a really good job denying. Zyra was not able to get that first one down fast enough. Kind of probably get the plant spread amongst doing damage, wasn't able to burst down the first one. So yeah, really nice job of, even though they were not the first ones there, being able to then take their advantages and being able to push out was the runners.
I really do like watching Stoner's Nation play this strongly, but now we do have another gank coming into the mid lane, but this time Zyra is actually here to be able to help, definitely mitigating that gank. Nicely done there. And it's looking like we're having some ADC connection issues at the moment, but
Tactic's seen enough, he wants out.
He's
He's
like, yo, get me out. We're done with this game. Stoner's Nation, you guys are too much. Culling being boosted by Boomstick to go ahead and clear out that wave, get a little damage, actually a lot of damage onto the Jinx. Jinx sitting at half health right now. You do not want to deal with this Lucian. One item right now with that SS Reaver and a BF sword. Looking real strong.
He's big. Threatening this tower, 2v1. Takes a tower shot there. Still pretty healthy.
Helio, though, I would still be very careful. I know he's trying to stop the back there. You're just gonna have to let him. This tower is definitely gonna end up falling. First tower is probably gonna end up going to the Stoner Nation bot lane. I do like the fact that KB Jelly is making his way here. Nautilus though gonna be able to stop the Zyra. Zyra ultimately gonna be used, knocking up everybody. Galio now coming in. Justice called down, chasing down Nautilus. Jinx Rocky gonna land on him, but not gonna be enough. Eli Wood now using his TP too. Malphite came down, but they're gonna be able to stop everything from happening. Zyra now sitting at just under a 3rd HP. The static shift able to hit, lowering her down even more. This tower definitely going over to Stoner's Nation. Over to Stoner's Nation. I do like seeing the Rift Trail being dropped here into this bot lane. Gonna be able to get that second charge, or get that fatal first charge onto this upcoming tower. We do see though, Los Namadas wants to stop this from happening, but Amumu's driving it right in, gets the Grub Mites going right on to it, and they're just gonna back away. That tower decimated in its health. Nicely done, Stoner Nation, to really bring their lead up to 4K and make this seem like the game is really going forward.
I understand why they used the Rift Herald there, but I kind of feel like they wish they had transitioned. If they could have like slowed the play a little bit, transitioned it to mid, got that crash down, and then timing wise they probably could get it back for these grubs. But I understand just trying to get everything they can out of it, but really they just got the one crash on a tier 2. It's going to be pretty hard for them to keep pressure on.
I mean, I do like the fact that they managed to get the first tower and not waste a crash into the first tower that could just be taken out with like 2 more auto attacks. And it was nice to see that they were able to make this big play for the side of Steelers Nation. Los Namados, unfortunately, now staring down a really deep barrel as they're only sitting about 4 feet under the ground right now. As 4K gold lead does seem a little bit bleak, but it's only about 17 minutes into the game. It's not completely too far for them to be able to take this back. So they just have to be able to probably slow down the game, wait for Jinx to get her items, be able to scale up. She still doesn't have the call finish just yet. So you gotta just wait for that to come online. Watch her, and then eventually you're gonna just watch her start to blow teams up in team fights. Get her excited once, maybe Los Namados can find something within this game.
Yep, so Stoner Nation in the driver's seat. Got their individual lane leads. Starting to take control of the map. Looks like, oh.
Flash, not gonna get it. Unfortunately, gonna end up missing it. This Nautilus, unfortunately, not bringing the Hex Flash this time around. But Eli Wood looking to get the Omega the Reaper into the 1v1 and just thinking he can take him on. Solo Dolo coming in, crashes into him, but it's gonna be enough. Even with that turret shots, killing spree going over. Second Solo Dolo for Eli Wood.
Yep, Eli Wood performing very well in that Gnar. I think he's been watching a lot of Ben, maybe.
That man has been a crazy on Gnar, and I think Eli Wood is taking notes as it's right now looking like a very powerful pick for him. Galio though, using the blast gun to go over the wall, only able to taunt the Nautilus, but they're gonna find that target and try to take it. Los Namados though, getting culling all over. The Nautilus ulti goes in, big 3 mings, Curse of the Sad Mummy, tries to go back in under the tower, gonna be knocked up, taunted around. Zyra ultimate gonna be able to knock up them out, and they're gonna be able to get the kill. NGB Tati able to secure the double kill in that fight. And this is exactly what Los Namados was looking for as they get the Jinx excited and they're able to take 2 to 3 kills within the fight. And now they're looking like this game is opening up for them. Finally, Eli Wood, unfortunately too late for the fight, but able to stop the siege on the turret.
Yeah, no, that was a great team play, great team call. I'm not quite sure I missed where the Zyra flank came from, but really kind of sealed them off with that ultimate going, okay, where are you going to walk? They just brought the numbers and were able to execute. I think if the Kai'Sa was there, the Kai'Sa could have dove in, probably picked up 1 or 2 of those kills, but not able to do that. Being bot lane, taking that tier 2 bot. So not a complete loss there for the team, but definitely, oop, there it is.
Killer instantly goes in, Critter!
Able to
secure their first kill of the game as they're able to clean up the Jinx right there. Nicely done with that Killer Instinct Void Seeker. Nice. And it's looking like Eli Wood, though, gonna try to help them here getting this tower here, it seems, as they don't want to push in anymore.
Pinging the Baron. Seems a bit aggressive here.
It seems a bit aggressive, but they can't really fight without the Jinx now, can they? So I think they call for that. They have a double 80 carry. They can definitely burn us down.
Jinx is going to be spawning here. Does have Rocket.
Rocket not going to be enough, though, as the Baron is secured, and they find their target. Galio going in, but it looks like a split call between the team. No one was looking for the fight immediately after Baron, and now this might be the call for it, as Galio, though, going to be able to taunt up the Amumu. Amumu not going to be able to get away, looking so low and tanky, but the 3-man ulti from the Mega Gnar. Still probably going to be able to secure that kill, but this fight is looking like it's going to be Stoner's Nations to win. They lose 2 members, but they're going to be able to turn it around as they have 1 still. The Lucian is still up, and he's looking for more as double kill goes right over to the Lucian, and they're trying to take more. Ulti onto the Zyra. Nautilus, though, and the Jinx Rocket is going to be taking Eli Wood down low and shut down. Going over to the Jinx. Jinx is really excited, and she's looking for another kill. Then this is exactly what they need. This is exactly the fight going over to them. They lose the Baron, but they win the fight, taking 4 members out. Nicely done by Los Namados. Still in this game, not looking to lose it out just yet.
Every time we think, okay, this is the chance. It's a really good fight for Stoner's Nation to really kind of close the door, really just take a step up in the lead. It's just a team fight win for the side of Los Namados.
They're absolutely killing it in the back end of these fights. The way Tactic is just playing, it's really nice to watch how he just really tries to trail off on the back end, and he's really managing the Rockets very well. And it's now coming to a point where he managed to get that big shutdown on Eli, who was just, I'm sorry but to say, but he was doing a lot of work up in that top side that was causing Omega the Reaper to be behind. But it's the tanky Malphite, so it doesn't really matter if he's behind or not at this point in the game. He just needs to be able to have that good R button, get some good ults, find some targets, and if he dies, so what? You already used up everything on him. Now we have everything in the Jinx and behind us to be able to come in on your double 80 carries and kill them out in the fight. And once she gets excited, it's all over. So right now, I think Southern Nation need to really start putting a little bit more focal point onto the Jinx.
I will do damage. Witness me.
I still think so. Oh, go right ahead.
So I think this. I guess if they can get a pick here, but I think Los Tomatos needs to be careful. If they can get a pick, great. But otherwise, like you could afford to give this one, and Galio's just gonna walk straight into 2.
I think I find it very interesting that Galio decides to just walk into a face tank. Nautilus, though, ends up finding the Malphite. Not going to lead to anything else, but all 5 members of both teams are here looking to fight for this Chemtech Drake. And the fight is going to be ready to start. Mega Gnar, though, taken out now. He's snared up, able to go in, lands the taunt. Malphite goes in, able to knock them both up, attacking now on the killing spree, able to take out Gnar. And it's going to be the next member is the Amumu, as Bulgaria is able to take that kill. Don't think the Galio ultimately need it there, but that is now Los Tomatos winning out on these fights, and that's going to be the Drake secured.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like it's Thunder Nation's objective to take, and Los Tomatos comes in. You know, there's just not enough damage coordination from Thunder Nation there, where they were split top and bottom of the Dragon Pit, and Los Tomatos goes, thank you very much, we'll take the kill and take the dragon.
I really like the fact that the layering of the CC on those 2 team members on the side of Stone Nation that they managed to do between the Galio ulti landing on them, the Zyra, the
Malphite
Malphite ulti going on them. It was just a whole.
You don't get to play anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, you literally couldn't. You didn't get. You might as well take your hands off the keyboard. You thought it was a Morgana Q that would have made you stuck there, but no, it was just a bunch of layering with CC played very well by the side of Los Tomatos. Now, even though they're sitting at about 2.5k down in this game, it feels as if almost that they almost feel like they have the lead in a sense, right? Because I think the gold lead, even though there's a gold lead between the 2 teams, I think the gold is put into the right places at this current moment for the side of Los Tomatos, especially since you're looking at that Jinx 6, 2, and 2. With the rapid fire cannon and the Kraken Slayer done, going into that armor penetration as we speak, she's gonna be absolutely wrecking it in these fights. But I think the Lucian, if he can get on top of someone, might have just that little bit of extra damage with the IE Essence rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to do his damage if he can get there, because I'm surprised that Mega the Reaper didn't pull the trigger a little bit faster in that fight and just throwing himself at the Lucian. But again, he went and got the 2-man knock up there. And I was a little worried that they threw too many ults there, but these are all very low cooldown ults, and they're going to be ready team fight after team fight.
What I just want to see is a little bit more activity on the map from Los Tomatos at this moment. I know they want to kind of wait for the waves to push into them. They want to wait for some engages coming to them from the side of Stone Nation. But I want to see them just at least try to be a little bit more proactive on trying to get the vision down on the map and making sure that they have the safety. As we see a lot of damage from this culling being dropped onto the Jinx, but that might have been a mistake as Galio comes in attempting to get the Justice Punch into the taunt, not going to be able to do so, and it's going to end up being a disengage from the side of Los Tomatos. I do like seeing Tactic being willing to be that body tank to like try to, you know, absorb the damage from the culling and it be a bait ultimately. But wait, Kai'Sa looking to 1v1 here? Okay, no, never mind. I was about to say that's going to be a lot of autos you're going to need Kai'Sa to be able to dish out. And right now with only the Gwinsus and Nashers, it might not be enough.
Yeah, they did burn the flash there though on Lucian. So now if Malphite gets near the Lucian cannot flash away. He's got a little bit of a dash he can do, but that Malphite's going to become quick.
Oh yeah, that Malphite is literally just rock. Like, just rock. It's just... okay, look at, like, you see right here, like, I like the way Omega the Reaper is positioning himself. because if he steps up even the slightest, he's screwed. But it looks like right there, though, they're pinging for it. They do know that Malphite is there, so Boomstick needs to play his distance, especially with no flash. A lot of this farm, though, in the bot lane being funneled directly into the Galio right now, and it's just looking like I don't feel like Stoner's Nation has a definitive lead in this game right now. All right, culling being used. Here comes the Malphite, though, looking for some way into the game, but not going to be able to do it. Nautilus ultimate being used onto the Jinx, and it's not going to mean anything. All these ults used, and all that shielding and healing that came from the Melio, able to protect the Jinx in that moment, causing her to take minimal damage.
Yeah, I think a big part here, too, is that the Southern Nation comp is looking to really fight front to back, which really means you kind of need that Nautilus to engage, follow up with the Gnar, the Mumu, and then have the damage behind it. And they've kind of never been set up that way. Kind of been to keep split fights here, and not truly fighting front to back, especially when you have the 280 carry set up.
I think right now, for the sake of for the sake of Stoner's Nation, they're gonna need to just try to really find some picks at this point. Like make like these cullings that Boomstick has been actually able to dish a decent amount of damage onto the Jinx. I want to see a little bit more setup around that, especially since it's been consistently happening over and over. But we do have a fight being used as the TP is called in. Gnar coming in here looking for the fight, but it's looking like Nautilus being the one taking a whole ton of damage and not being able to really find the target. He does have the ultimate up in a few moments, and so they're down that ultimate, which could be pretty crucial. 4 men, Curse and the Sad Mummy able to land on the back members of the mass members of Los Tomatos. This is the fight they need as a Mumu is slain for the side of Stoner Nation. Malphite is gonna fall, but it's gonna be the Jinx able to get excited. As Lucian goes down, it's gonna be Boomstick going on a killing spree as well. Oh, but then he's being slain, and then we're gonna see the Rampage coming out of Tactic as they continue to chase the rest of the members of Stoner Nation. Killer Instinct gonna be able to get the Galio on the backside, but he does not want to try to attempt going back in on it. Double kill over the Critter. Flash gonna be missed. Not gonna be able to try to chase down the Jinx anymore. Looking to TP after her. Man, you shouldn't greed for this and instead just take that one little small tie of a fight as you guys are able to keep it going. Jinx didn't get continuously fed, but with Zyra being up here, it's gonna be the call for the dragon, but at least you're trading back a tower.
Yeah, so they had a really good engage there, but then they were definitely counter-engaged on. Got a lot of burn damage coming out of Zyra. I think Zyra hit a 3 or 4 man as well on the backside of that, and then the Galio followed up with another 3-man taunt. So a lot of CC, a lot of burn damage getting put down, getting all this health bars low, and then Jinx goes pop pop. So, tier 2 taken mid. So good job there, getting something off that back end. With the team being dead, but again, just kind of not quite being able to get that front to back down again. Getting blue, a lot of big CC there early for Southern Nation, but really getting that late, that damage down quick was kind of an issue into the counter play.
I really do like. Yeah, and it's like that Boomstick is attempting to really position himself so he can get these big cullings. It does dish out a lot of damage, but it's just not equally, it's not getting him anything, unfortunately. He can't get into the backline to the targets that he wants, and that AD threat that's coming out of this Lucian, even with the items he has, is just not being shown right now. But the Jinx, on the other hand, is really starting to become absolute terror. But we do see that the double AD carry might come online as the Kaisa is starting to look like a little bit of trouble as well.
That's a Knight's Vow on the Galio.
Oh geez, so Knight's Vow, Galio does it on the Jinx. So now, okay, Lucian though not going to be found by any targets, but the Jinx was nearly eviscerated and put to the gray screen in that one moment. So maybe taking those cullings is not exactly a good idea, but we do have a fight here as the Melio is found. Amumu though not going to want to continue the engage as the Nautilus hook ends up missing. Gnar though looking for the Malphite, but Malphite though not afraid of this particular fight. Zyra is walking up. I don't think the Amumu knows, but now using the sweeper able to detect that, sees that Zyra is here on him. So gonna be able to do a little bit more careful on this one. While the Baron is being started, double 80 carry once again does do the Baron pretty fast, and this is actually gonna be immediately taken. Blue team able to take the Baron. Nice call by Stoner's Nation, able to secure that one, and this time getting out clean.
Yep, got their 3.6, 3.7k gold lead right now, but it's Los Comandos who's on the push forward with the wave, starting in the tier 2 mid. All in here on the Zyra.
Yes, and I like this as Kaisa gets engaged on the Galio, taking a lot of damage from this Lucian. Immediately dashes in, gonna use the killer instinct, trying to find a target. Milio gonna be able to try to protect his mid laner, able to make it happen, but the culling gonna come out. Boomstick now gonna be able to take him out, and that's the Galio lost. And they're looking for more of a fight as the Curse of the Sad Mummy used for the support, unfortunately, but still gonna be able to lead to the kill. As Eli was able to secure the kill on the Milio, and they're chasing him down as Zyra has the ignite on her, waiting for the hook, slows down, gonna use the ultimate, but Eli Wood can securing that, able to bounce right into the wall stun. Jinx flashing over, gonna be able to protect yourself ever so barely, but not as the rock goes over and shut down goes the Eli Wood, as that's his second kill of this fight, and he's continuing in, and I think this is just enough for them to at very least take this in hit.
Yeah, this is a massive team fight win there. Again, getting the picks though, and then just dominoing those pick after pick, not doing the true team fight, not allowing for any comboing to get gotten off here. It's a really great job taking that mid tier 3 and inhib.
And I do like seeing the Kaisa here on the split push as well, trying to get that bot lane a little bit more pushed out, and Eli would immediately start chasing for the wave up top side, so that was nicely done as a rotation with that mid inhib now being open.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go 4-0-1 and leave the Kaisa bot, which I think is an interesting move there. I mean, I guess they have the AD carry top lane as well, so they're really just trying to split the double AD carries there.
Alrighty, Malphite up here facing 4v1, gets stunned up by the first bandage toss, not going to be able to land any more damage onto him to threaten it, so it's looking like Stoner Nation looking to back off here, channeling the bags, going back to base. They should definitely reset, try to get this item advantage. I want to see the Lucian getting closer to his BT, and I want to be able to see a lot more damage coming out now. Having that survivability is definitely going to be able to help him. Does have the heal cut as well in the Mortal Reminder against Emilio, so that's at least going to be a very decent change for the side of Stoner's Nation, making it harder for Emilio to be able to protect that chip.
Yeah, Dragon coming up here in 15 seconds. Looks like that's the priority. Make sure they're denying the soul, but this is also where we've seen them get in a bit of trouble a couple times now.
I just don't want to see the engage happen way too soon. That's the Zyra E down on the Meganar, but we don't have the Meganar now for this potential fight. But the Drake has already started. Again, double 80 carry does these things extremely fast. You can't just leave objectives alone for the double 80 carry comps to just be able to push that out. And so they're going to be able to clear these waves out mid and start rotating towards the top side.
6.8k gold lead for Stoner's Nation. They have both of those Barons taken, I think is the major difference here. We do also have 3 more turrets. But the farm is being fed to the mid lane now. It's going to be a lot of farm going towards Jinx with that inhib down.
Jinx being on 4 items right now, Lord Dominates being the 4th item built, or IE being the 4th item built here. Going to be doing a lot of damage now in these fights, probably matching the damage actually ahead of the Lucian, so definitely going to be dishing out a bit more. But Galio though, being found on the back, not going to be able to escape. Nar now coming in to join the party, using 2 ultimates there, the culling and Nautilus getting it down. And it's going to be Eli Wood able to secure that kill in the end, going on a rampage, TPing up towards the top side, able to bounce out from the Zyra ultimate, and that's going to be just enough to get the rest of Los Namadas to back off as well.
Yeah, good job written into 3 to get the pick. That's where the Gnar was coming in behind it. Wasn't sure they were going to have enough damage otherwise, but got the pick, got the TP top, continuing to just lay down this map pressure.
Oh, I don't think the Zyra anticipates that Amumu is also up here either. So many of those plants going to be able to help clear out those waves there from the blue side. They really want this top side turret, but it's also the bot side that is currently being pushed in at the same time as well. Malphite not going to be allowed to back here at all. They want to make sure that he can't whatsoever.
Yeah, Critter doing a really good job with those Void Seekers. Denied 2 backs right there. Definitely slowing the tempo for.
And now they're able to secure up this top side tier 2. Going to be able to continue also pushing in a little bit more. I do want to see I think I saw the bot lose their tower. No, they did not. I don't. Yeah, they have not lost the tower down bot just yet either. So it's looking very bleak at the moment for the side of Los Namadas, as Stoners Nation is able to keep themselves in this game, keep this game going for themselves, and has continuously been able to keep the lead up since they've taken it, even though there's been consistent points where at moments Los Namadas was looking damn like they were winning the game. It's now looking very much in the command of Stoners Nation.
Yep, 8K goal lead. It's pretty good for this time of the game. Pretty big. It still means something here. We're not at the point where we've scaled up. We do see level 18 there for Eli Wood. So he's one item. I guess he's still 2 items away from hitting max gold there. So he's still got some power to gain. That gap's gonna start being closed.
Right now, it's going to be a fight potentially around the Baron, but I really do still need Stoners Nation to be as careful as possible, because honestly, a team wipe for either one of these teams at this point could mean the end of the game. Like, it's not that hard to push. If a wave's in a good spot, it's not hard to push a wave into the mid lane and just be able to barrel it down. But we do see, though, Kai'Sa pushing in this bot side, and they are trying. Oh, yeah, they're trying to make them make a choice.
They can try to make a choice, but they one toe out of line there, and that 5v4, somebody's getting deleted.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of poke tools here from the side of Stoners Nation, so they don't really have the ability of side. When Kai'Sa's not there, they don't really have that ability to be able to poke like that. But now they know that he's attempting the back and stop the Kai'Sa. But now he's going to be engaging the fight. Cullen coming out, ultimate use on the Nautilus. Nautilus being the first fatality in this fight, and it's going to be the rest of Los Namadas now looking in. But they do have the Kai'Sa, though, is trying to go ahead and end this game as they're continuing the fight. Going in, we do see the Malphite able to try to stop the Kai'Sa, as she does get both the Nexus turrets, able to take that in him, and is now going to be trying to fight. Yeah, you did lose your Nautilus, but it does end up being the rest of the base being taken out by the side of Stoners Nation, and Los Namadas now having to make choices. They decided to continue this fight as they go in. Amumu, though, going to use the curse to stab money, able to take him out. Bulgaria getting the double kill as Eli Wood gets taken, and then Jinx getting excited, able to use the rockets, shut down onto the Lucian. But Critter going on a killing spree as they're able to use the killer instinct to clean up that one last little bit of a fight. Shut down now as Jinx returns that second kill. Is going to be an ace over to the side of Los Namadas, and now the Baron also going to him.
The Dragon's also up here. So you see Zyro sprinting towards Dragon now, trying to claim that soul, trying to get the denial for himself.
Yeah, I don't think that Nautilus can. Nautilus is not going to be able to make a difference here.
Yep, somebody's going to need to stay back here and clear these waves. Looks like Jinx is going to be on wave clear duty for right now. It's going to be a lot of minions to have to clear with those 2 empowered waves coming through. Dragon is still up, not quite yet taken by the Zyra, but that should be any second now. Oh, halfway there.
Yeah, Moon's going to attempt to rush it all the way there, but unfortunately KB's not going to be able to make it in time. Zyra's going to be able to take this break, and that's going to be Soul going over to Los Namadas.
That's pretty big, actually, to keep them alive and dish out the damage as we get those scrappy poke team fights here.
Right. So
all right.
you see now, it looks like Stoner Nation is going to be slowing themselves down a little bit. They aren't looking to just engage into anything. We're at the point now where gold lead doesn't seem to really matter as much. Both the teams kind of are starting to finish out on 5 items, starting to get towards their 6th items, and we should start to see really whose teamfight macro is going to be able to win this out.
Yeah, a lot of standing gold still on the board there for the side of Los Namadas, but yeah, this could go either way. Whoever wins the next team fight most likely wins the game.
We do though see the Amumu finding Omega the Reaper here, though Omega the Reaper has a prime target. 4 members just all bunched up like that. That's not safe to do around a Malphite. He's just sitting there waiting for the R button to be clicked, but now it's going to be able to be disengaged by Stoners Nation, but they're trying to find the one little pick they need to be able to get the fight started and potentially won. They need to be able to end this game.
Yep, they've done a good job. Make sure their waves are pushed, and then pushing them in, but the map is getting tighter, getting to the red zone here. Just not quite able to push these waves in just yet. Potentially Malphite flank. Nope.
Malphite though detected immediately by the Amumu's what's it called? Wow, secret. So it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting now. They don't really have much avenue. I really do like seeing the fact that the red train is being constantly valued here by multiple members on the side of Summer's Nation, as it's basically called out multiple flanks that the Malphite has attempted here and has not been able to get off.
So at least still farming up. Still 5k gold lead. A lot of farm getting sent over, especially with that Jinx. Jinx is at full build.
Where Malphite's gonna be looking for it. Right now, Kaisa looking at their lane opponent, getting Justice Punch, not going to be able to get that taunt landed. There's a lot of split decisions being made here, and they have to be able to find something. Gnar now getting the Mega Gnar. Jinx, though, they decided they want to try to attempt to save their top lane, as Kaisa, though, is just walking the minions in, forcing them to turn around. More of these minions now are going to start barreling into this bot side. They keep the Jinx on the wave clear duty, but it's just really hard to defend here when you have multiple avenues open into your base.
Yeah, only hope is they get a pick like that, and to for your inhibs to finally come back up. But even then, it's really hard. Got the pick here on the Kaisa. Kaisa's able to walk away. Comes back in though.
Tried to go back in, but it's not gonna be able to do anything. The killer instinct not gonna lead to a kill. Nautilus ulti used to be able to help Eli Wood get away, but instead Eli Wood decides that he wants the smoke. He's going in, trying to fight this Malphite. Curses that Mummy moves up towards the top side as the culling is landing on so many members, but it's not gonna end up killing anyone. Jinx still very much at full health. So they can't even go into this right now. Jinx is on the precipice of on the peak of their build at this point. It's just really hard to go into this Jinx.
Top turret and inhib were taken during that fighting. Elder Dragon just under 2 minutes away. So it is getting darker and darker here on the side of this.
Honestly, it's looking like it's coming down to the Elder fight. We do have another minute and a half before that does happen, unless these boys decide that they want to make one more fight for the Baron. It would make sense that this Elder Drake is going to lead to ultimately who's going to end up winning. I'm actually scared that it could be a Los Namadas Elder Drake that they managed to somehow steal, or just like you just need Jinx to get excited in the middle of that fight, and it could be potentially all over.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, if you look at some of the farm here, 433 farm on Critter, 409 farm on MBG Tactic. This is pretty ridiculous. 45-minute game. Just nobody able to get a really good footing. A lot of responses to those standoffs. But here we go. Under a minute. Something's got to give.
Eventually something's going to give, but I think that they're looking for that one final engage. I don't think they want to try to flip it on an Elder. They want to try to be able to get it here for Stone Nation. Alrighty, so we're turning around, deciding that we're going to start making our way towards it. I wouldn't be surprised if Los Namadas ends up trading for the Baron here, but... finds the engage. Curse of the Sad Mummy lands on the 2 members of the side of Los Namadas, but it's not going to end up meaning anything as they end up getting backed off. Culling now already used as well. That's 2 ultimates down for the side of Stoner's Nation. So they're potentially down and not out though, as they're looking for the fight. A lot of damage on this Malphite being taken out, so that's their tank already reduced down to half health just by the Gnar. But that's gonna be Galio going in. 2-man taunt on the backside. Big Malphite ulti able to land on 2 people on the backside, but it's not gonna be able to get any damage as the rest of the damage is coming off on the side of Stoner's Nation. As Eli Wood is in the backside, able to get on some members. Galio though, not gonna be the first. Zyra ulti is able to get them all separated out. Galio dropping down into the attack, able to get the first kill as he's able to go on the kill streak. speed. He's looking at more kills. He's excited. Snurpopsy able to secure that kill onto Boomstick. Los Tomatas now looking at this Elder Drake. But Eli Wood, looking at the top side, they got the double TP, and they're looking to try to take this. Eli gonna be able to flash. Kaisa, though, being able to get it too, and not gonna be able to save it, as they barely catch it, and the winging's not enough. They're able to stop it, and the Elder Drake is still being taken right now by the Zyra. So without being able to win that game, and only if they had just a little bit more of their health pool left, they could have been able to take it. But this is also going to be the win of the fight and the Elder Drake for the side of what it looks like Los Namadas.
I think I was told that that was down to 3 health. Literally, that's the difference in this game right now. It was 3 health on the Nexus there. So I was trying to click on it so everybody could see it. No, I got at least 100 health left, so like 1 auto attack away. That's how close this game was.
It's a sad, sad day when
47 minutes.
You're just sitting there like, damn, we could have ended this game. And now the Jinx is basically soloing the Baron at 40 minutes.
Almost even gold, 500 gold apart right now until this Baron goes down.
Los Namadas for the first time taking the lead in this game, now sitting at 800 gold up after taking that Baron, able to save their Nexus and not giving up on the game as of yet. Stoner Nation right now gotta be holding, at this point in the time in this game, must have been holding their hands in their, must have been holding their head in their hands, not understanding what the hell is going on.
I mean, they're still right there. They still have the map tempo, but right now they're collapsing back. They did give over the Baron there. But they just need to make sure they keep pushing and managing these waves. Either choose to wait until this Baron falls off, but it looks like they've kind of lost the tempo here. It's really hard for them to get onto this Jinx that's huge. So yeah, just kind of losing the grip slowly but surely here. After making that desperation play, and it just barely not making it work.
It's just really unfortunate. I mean, they still have the potential to get it, but now with the inhibs being up, there's just so much more for them to attempt to take. And they got to fight between a double Uber buff for the side of Los Namadas, as if they just engage on anyone at this point, if that Jinx can get any type of damage, that Elder Drake is going to be enough to eviscerate them. I think Los Namadas right now is looking for the win, as they're barreling into Stoner Nation's base right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to make this the safer play, make sure they're going to take bot as well. So they pick up 3 turrets here. They're now up by 2k, so still nothing at this point in the game, but do have that advantage. Now have all 5 men forcing this here bot. They do have 2 TPs still, no TPs available. Side Nation, just kind of watching this March come in.
Yeah, they're waiting for the engage to come in onto them. They have to still try to wait out that Elder Dragon buff. It's not optimal for them to fight at this moment in this case. They do have that top wave though. If they can get the optimal fight, they might be able to get it, but it's going to be a lot of damage being dished out, as it's going to be Malphite taken out, as Eli Wood is going to be able to take out the first target of Omega Root, but now the enemy attack is going to be able to get excited, and he's looking for the targets. They still do have that Elder buff. Actually, I think it just barely ran out. So now they don't have to worry about that disadvantage now in this fight, but they have to try to defend here. Blue team turret gonna be destroyed here as the Jinx is looking for the next target. Gonna be able to use the ultimate, going unstoppable, as Tactic is not able to be stopped. They would have had to kill the Jinx twice. She had GA, and so that's gonna be the first game going over to Los Namadas.
Huge.
50 minutes later.
Right there, had the win in their hands. That's got to be rough on the side of Stoner Nation. But again, knowing that they went toe-to-toe with the 3 seed and had them on their heels. So can they put it together in game number 2?
They just got to be a little bit cleaner on the end there, because I think there was a point where KB said like they don't understand, in the chat even, we were like, I don't understand why we didn't end there. They remember why, but maybe it would have been an optimal point to end on that first real big Baron push where they had 3 members still waiting to spawn up. I think it was only Malphite and Melio that were back up and that were still up for them. So it's kind of interesting to see that Stoner Nation didn't want to try to end at that point. Maybe there's a reasoning why, but we'll have to see with this game too if they can try to bring it back.
Yeah, so we're gonna get ready for game number 2. I'm gonna see if I can get my game settings fixed for showing the names.
I will take a quick moment to step away from the microphone, and I will be right back.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over to a pause then, and we will catch you
Perfect.
guys shortly.
Alrighty.
Of the Valhalla dominate, face the enemy with no shame. Martial stars, mighty gates, victory is the fate. Steel and thunder fill the air. Blazes fighting without care. Glory waits beyond the fray. Valhalla God's own way. Valhalla God's own way. Valhalla, Valhalla, honor and pride. Valhalla, Valhalla, we rise side by side. For it is strong and true. In the sky a storm will blow. Raise your sword and feel the night. Battle for the light. In the shadows where we roam. Valhalla feels like home. From the cracks and hammers fall. We stand tall, standing tall. Valhalla, Valhalla, honor and pride. Valhalla, Valhalla, we rise side by side. In the strong and harsh room, the sky, a star we blew. Rise side by side. We are strong and are true. The sky, a storm we blew. In the sky, a storm we blew. In the shadows where we roam. Valhalla feels like home. When the cracks and hammers fall, we stand tall, standing tall. Valhalla, Valhalla, honor and pride. Valhalla, we rise side by side.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So we just wrapped up game number 1 for Los Nemadas Stoners Nation, with Los Nemadas taking game number 1. A very close one there. Stoners Nation right on the edge of victory, only for it to be snatched away in the bitter taste of defeat. Any thoughts going into game 2, Malco? Any adaptations you want to see from either team?
I want to see more clear communications from the side of Stoners Nation. Like now that I'm understanding a little bit more based on what I'm seeing from the chat in that game one, um, it just seems like there was some split calls between different members. Uh, And I want to just see Stoners Nation have a little bit more faith in each other when it comes to certain calls, and I think that will probably help them out a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with the team fight or the team play. They did really good, and they were able to play into a composition that was kind of a counter composition to what they were doing. So it's a matter of just making sure that if you feel like you can win, try to go for that win, especially even if, say for example, they barreled through and they managed to still get the two Nexus turrets immediately after the fact that they had that first major push that they could have gotten, they possibly could have won off of. Like, just try to trust in your teammates to be like, yeah, we got 3 man right here. Let's just push. Let's just push. Let's just push. Like, it's just something they got to have a little bit more faith in each other with. And I think if they do that, they can definitely eke out these last 2 wins.
Yeah, I got you there. I don't know if I liked the Kaisa mid. I understand like the some of the value that it had, but I'm not sure how much it could really push in that like solo lane. I know we did see some of it, but I think if we had some of the more traditional scaling mids, I think maybe could have run a little more side pressure there and really kind of pushed and started some of those other fights a little bit earlier. Kaisa's got the go button to go in, and it's got the speed up to get away, but doesn't have some of the dash tools some of the other champions have. Doesn't have some of the range. It does have the W poke, obviously, but it doesn't have some of the other tools that some of the other mages have. So I think I'd like to see them go away from at least the Kaisa mid, the Tristana mid, or some of the other, or like the Lucian mid. I think that would have been really spicy as well. Could have paired that up with like a Zig spot or something.
Maybe the
But yeah,
Lucian, maybe I thought initially it was going to be a Lucian mid anyways, so I
yeah,
would have preferred that potentially in that composition, but I mean, again, they showed that the composition that they did can work. They just need to tighten up a few things and just make sure that the comms stay clear between the members.
yep. That sounds good. Ready for draft?
Let's go right ahead, right into draft two.
Oh,
Alrighty, so it's looking like based on this, I believe it is going to be Stoner Nation on the red side, Los Tomatos on blue side, Aurelion Soul being the first band, Karma being the second band, Lux now being our third band here, so Los Tomatos side. So it's looking like we're running back the same bands as last time. Yep, we do see though this time Stoner Nation wanting to make sure that the Amumu cannot be taken from them or basically just ban it away from blue side. And then they banned the Kaisa this time. Los Namadas not wanting to actually deal with the Kaisa from Critter from last game. And so this time the Jinx also being banned away from Tactic. I like seeing some of these alterations that are being made. While Los Namadas though gonna end up picking up the brand.
Brand. I know definitely earlier in the season we saw Los Nomada's team bullying their captain and taking that mid a lot. So we'll see if that goes mid. That's a very strong pick. Again, right now that can be flexed into multiple lanes. And it looks like I think they think that's a brand mid as well, taking that Zerath. But again, that's also another flex pick. Can also go support.
Oh boy, Zerath. Okay, that's one of those picks that it's like, okay, you don't see it as often, or you actually see it a lot more often now than before. But beforehand, like when you did see it, it was just a terror to watch. And then we do see the Udyr being picked up for Stoner Nation here. I believe that is going to KB Jelly. If not, the top side Udyr might be potentially the flex.
I think Eli could play it, but I don't think that's typically what I remember seeing him play.
I wouldn't be
Boris.
surprised. But we do have the Varus being picked up here for Los Namadas. So Varus going, I don't think Varus mid has been used around in quite some time. So we should be expecting that going right to the bot lane. Potentially a brand, I wouldn't be surprised if Brand Varus would be the play here. Oh, nope, never mind. They completely proved me wrong by going for the Rel immediately here for Los Namadas.
So maybe a brand jungle, keeping up the
Oh.
theme of keeping Bulgaria on those very spicy control mage jungles.
I mean, it managed to help them out in game one. A lot of very crucial Zyra ultimates that were needed to be able to help win out fights and it wasn't like just immediately in the fight that they were dropped. It was usually maybe a little bit afterwards. It just Los Tomatos had a lot of different tools that they needed to be able to win that game, even when they were on the back foot. So nicely done by them to win game one. But Stoner Nation here able to pick up the Morgana for themselves. So we do still have the potential flex between mid and support here for the Xerath and Morgana. So we're going to go right into the ban phase 2, as Shyvana being the first ban here for Stoner's Nation, Cassiopeia being the ban here for Los Namadas on phase 2, Zyra then also Afraid of the Flex being banned by Stoner's Nation here as their final ban, and then for the last ban of Los Namadas, it's going to be the Renekton towards that top side. Do not want Eli Wood to be able to roll and carry on that there.
Yeah.
So
No,
Los Namadas now needing to close this out. But the Vayne being picked up by Stoner's Nation, that is just completely unexpected.
not sure if Southern Nation is not expecting the brand to be jungle or was trying to force him into jungle by the double jungle ban there as well.
And it looks like
Seraphine. Look at all these supports.
oh man, I'm kind of concerned about Los Namadas having like okay, never mind. Let me stop because Seraphine for some reason does enormous amounts of damage. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of worried about some of the damage profiles from Los Namadas, but in reality, no. Let me not even say that. This is absolutely insane. And
I think now you can be concerned.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Los Namadas, this is a really low damage composition here. It's like you're kind of expecting the brand to just get a lot of the AoE damage and a lot of the AoE burn, and I hate to say it, but I don't think that's gonna be just enough for your comp to be able to make this out. And yep, it's gonna be Vayne. I think Vayne Morgana bot or Vayne. Oh man, if it's Vayne Xerath bot, that sounds even more annoying. As a Zac is picked up here, I believe that's gonna be Zac. So Udyr top, Zac jungle, or Zac top. I think Zac top's more likely.
It is spicy from both these teams. They could pivot, go a lot of different ways. At least Rel Jungle's not a thing, so at least you know who the support is now for Los Matas. But I mean, yeah, the Zac could even be the support for Thunder Nation here. Very flexible draft here. We'll just have to see what they line up as. But any other thoughts on these lineups? Do we
Um,
like the damage and the CC coming out of Thunder Nation here?
my main concern, like I said, I really like Stoner's Nation's profile just because it feels like there's a lot more damage to be dished out by them. Uh, it's just very concerning to see like, yeah, they're gonna have a lot of CC and lockdown from the side of Los Namadas, but like, as we're saying, where's the damage that's gonna be able to back that up? I I'm honestly not sure. I'm kind of concerned for this game too for the side of Los Namadas, but we'll have to see how they can make it work. But just being primarily, even though it's a Seraphine mid, I think, yeah, Seraphine mid, brand ADC very top.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Get the time controls. My bad. Yeah, no, definitely not the pivot I would have thought coming out of draft from the side of Los Hermanos. Let me fix the names at the top here for everybody.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, definitely not the pivot I thought we were going to get, but I think a very good lineup there into the lineup
30
by
seconds
Soder's
until
Nation.
minions spawn.
I think they definitely said, okay, we got you. We got an answer for every lane. We know what we're doing here.
I'm still concerned because it was already bad enough that you had a low damage profile as is from your team, but now you're kind of mixing up the lanes and putting them into potentially even more disarray. Like I get like trying to utilize chaos to cause chaos, but I don't know if that's actually gonna work in the
Minions
footing
have
for the
spawned.
side of Los Namados.
That Varus top lane, though, that's going to be an absolute bully into the Zac. But if the Zac ever gets on top of you and gets an Udyr gank, you're kind of just done.
I'm very concerned for this Varus. This is not gonna be fun for him. I feel.
Yeah, I don't really like the the team profile there for it, but good poke getting down level 1 there by Tactic. Is into a double ranged lane, so it's gonna be a bit rough there for Killer Kumquat.
Both teams, I do expect it also but I do kind of expect it to be a little bit rough for the Vayne though, not being able to really poke at the brand as much as you would want to. But I do see a call out. Athlete said in this year that as long as I don't play Vayne, it's good. And it's like, oh well, Boomstick wants that Vayne, so what? I actually haven't seen Vayne. I don't remember the last time I've actually seen a Vayne played. A Vayne played like. Wasn't Vayne just recently played like professionally? I feel like she was.
I don't really remember, but I know I've seen Boomstick playing it currently.
Okay, well.
He's at least comfortable on the champion. He at least is ready to take that, and he's reading receipts. He's ready to go after half.
Flashes in, immediately finds Omega the Reaper, forcing the flash out the Varus. Still gonna be chasing him down into his jungle, but you do see the flash, and it's gonna be the snare right on the KB. Eli Wood though is not here to be able to help his jungler in time, but now here he comes on the slingshot. This is potentially looking like the double kill, first blood double kill, going right over to Eli Wood as Critter now calling for his Critter sitting there desperately calling for his jungle and top to come down to be able to kill this Seraphine, wanting to try to potentially get the triple kill, but it's going to be 2 kills going right over to the side of Southern.
Yeah, I mean, what did you just say? We just said, you know, if they get on top of the Varus, it's gonna be kind of hard to survive. And it's exactly what happened. They tried to do the extended fight with the low damage from the Maokai and the Varus early. No dice. Early lead going over to Thunder Nation.
It's really nice to see us Thunder Nation still able to be consistent with that. Hey, we can actually command very early leads. We like to be pretty aggressive early on, and we know how to play towards that. I do want to see them continue to be able to utilize this early game lead and really try to use it for the mid game and transition it into an actual win this time around.
Hailstrom reminds people that, you know, you gotta yell harder for your team, you know. The harder you yell, the more likely they are to respond.
I do like the fact that Boosted lands on a lot of these findings. Gonna spell shield himself, got the ignite drop, flash in, attempting to get something, gonna be able to flash out of there. Vayne now caught between a rock and a hard place. Gonna catch him under the tower. Barrier used, and it's gonna end up being a kill. Boomstick though, gonna be able to try to get a double kill going to the Vayne down there.
So spicy.
And that is Boomstick proving why he can play this Vayne. Nicely done by that bot side, very well played, and already Stolen Nation 1,000 gold up 5 minutes later.
Tactic had a chance there to get him, but tried to predict a dodge that just never came through. So big brained himself there, thinking that Boomstick was going to roll the W there. That did not happen. Strabopsy's some trouble here. Oh, trying to turn this around.
But Critter even more trouble though. He does still have a flash though. He needs to flash out. He will be able to escape. Strabopsy just stick around, attempting to try to get that, and Critter wants to be able to return back the favor.
Yeah, Strabopsy again desperately trying to stay in this lane right now, but that's very low health bar. Definitely need to get out of there. We don't get to see XP levels here, but 6 can't be that far away. Strabopsy hitting it. Critter now has it. So we kind of saw some global ults really pay dividends there for Los Tomatos game number 1. But now the global ult is on the side of Southern Nation.
And honestly, I think this time. Oh no, the support is up top side. What are you doing? Why are you even up here? is the question that Omega the Reaper is asking right now. As Booster Sam was able to secure that kill and take out Omega the Reaper. 5 kills right now for the side of Stoner Nation. And they're still looking for number 6 as the flash tumble goes in. The condemn does not land on the wall, and that's going to be both flashes used by the respective bot laners.
I don't know if there's like delay coming out of that, or if he just didn't buffer it right.
Oh, wait, hold on, though. KB being trapped up between the rock and a hard place, and it's looking like Los Amados is trying to secure their first
Too low
kill,
damage.
But
Too low damage.
not enough. This is what I mean. There's just not enough damage with this composition coming out of it. And it's right now, you've seen the Varus right now 0-2 against a tank. Oh, wait, hold on. We have the solo dolo going on. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be Vayne getting taken, but at least now Los Tomatos is finally on the board with their first kill between the exchanges of the two bot laners.
Varus finally getting to do some bullying, but he really needs to freeze that wave as much as he can.
Eli, what you don't be disrespectful, man. I get it. You're up 2 kills, but you can't be doing that.
Oh, he's got to play mind games at this point, right? After the way the game 1 went, you know. He's trying to get his mojo, trying to get everything back in. He's still down 20 farm.
Range top deserved. Okay, Eli. You know what? I'll respect that. A range top laner definitely deserves the flame. I could respect that. I could respect that. Since I'm not a top lane main or play top lane at all, I can respect you for that. And I'm seeing KB saying, "Oh wait, doing damage." Okay. I'm waiting to see KB do this damage that he said he's gonna start doing soon. I want to see the damage, because I expect damage to come out from the side of Stoner's Nation. If there's no damage coming out from your team, that's not gonna be okay for me here, and that's gonna be Los Tomatos basically taking that win from you guys.
Yeah, I'll have to see if the screenshots they shared has that information. Yeah, correct. It's here.
Dull moment at the moment for this game. 2K up for the side of Stoner's Nation. Those 6 kills really weighing out on the wallets. Primarily most of that on the Vayne and the Zac at this current moment.
Yeah, they owe us 2 kills right here. We were promised to kill a minute. Sorry, everybody. Looks like a repeat gang top lane. Looks like that Varus is going to go down again.
It's just unfortunate. He can't be pushed up this far with oh, he does have his flashback up now at the very least. But uses the ultimate, gonna be able to try to get away, but he's just trapped between a deer and a blob, and that's gonna be KB Jelly able to take that kill on the Omega the Reaper, first binding him to land onto the rel there in the bot side, and they're trying to posture around this Drake, and it's gonna be Los Tomatos here at it first, but they want to try to fight for a boomstick. Gonna get the spell shield landed onto him, but it's gonna be now boosted sandwich, and it's all in danger, but it's boomstick on the Vayne, able to do some crazy damage as the double kill between the two of them. And the Lethal Temple doing its work. Tick, tick, flash, Seraphine, oh, gonna miss. Not gonna be able to get it, but instead it's gonna be the Condemn, but so much CC landing onto him, no barrier, not gonna be able to save him, but the ultimate coming out from the Xerath, the long downtown. Gonna be able to stop, gonna be able to get that kill off on the back end. The fact that, though, the Wrath of the Vayne was finally stopped by Tactic, thank God, but the flash stun onto Udyr, and that's the damage KB Jelly was just talking about, as he's able to clean up the brand in that bot side.
Yeah, the route is on right now. They're just running them down. The Vayne had a Vamp Scepter and the attack speed boots, and just able to delete everybody with that true damage, just cutting right through everything.
True damage, the Lethal Temple bolts. I was finally watching that, like the extra damage that was just coming out from that. It was like a mini Runon's Hurricane, and it was just hilarious. But they said they give up on that bot objective and decide to go to the swap side. But KB Jelly sniffing it out, finds the rel, and it's gonna be Snurboxy going in trying to help him out, trying to help out the rel there too. Not gonna get the binding, but it's still gonna be a lot of damage coming out from KB Jelly, trying to dish out more, but it's not gonna be enough. And Snurboxy's able to secure that first kill, but Killer Kumquat looking real low. Eli Wood goes in trying to do something, uses the Let's Bounce, able to go ahead and get that kill off on the backside. Still has the passive, but Critter with the absolute laser precision, able to go ahead and laser beam Snurboxy straight to the gray screen, and Eli Wood now 4-0 and 3 on the Zac on a rampage.
Yeah, excellent answer by Soldier's Nation. They definitely read this draft well and are punishing very much.
Oh
Knight.
no!
It's a wrap. So we got 3 minutes now. Don't expect anybody to actually FF this, but man, this is massive. 5K gold lead here at just under 12 minutes.
12 minutes, 19 kills on the board, and it's still right now, unfortunately.
They heard me. They said, we owe you kills? All right, we'll deliver. Let's do it.
They definitely are keeping the delivery on right now. Critter, though, taking a lot of damage, able to land that stun onto Snurbopsy. Snurbopsy, though, gonna take a lot of damage right back, too. This is what I was worried about. It's really hard to, like, fight into a team that can just dish all the damage that you dish back at them right back at you. And honestly, an almost twofold. But hold on, Boomstick gonna be able to find it out. He sniffed out the engage, but it's gonna be such a big one. Nicely done by Taxi to look for that. Even though it's gonna be going over the kumquat, it's still nice that they were able to finally get Vayne off on a surprise engage.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Ignite took that, which is why I really don't like Ignite as a support, because if you don't need it for the heal cut, and right now I don't really need it for the heal cut, just steals too many kills. Just not able to layer that with the 80 carry getting the burst. Bulgaria gonna be caught out here.
Unfortunately, going to be caught out by 3 different members on the side of Stoner Nation, able to utilize the Twisted Advance to be able to get away. Nicely done by Bulgaria to a good use of his spells to help him be able to jump out alongside. No flash even needed either.
So it should be first drag finally being taken by Stoner's Nation. There are 5 grubs onto the side of they can survive long enough. They can get that burst going in a side lane and be able to have a lot of pushing power there. But I just don't know who else they really have to push and take advantage of getting those 5 grubs.
Which I agree, they don't really have a team that can utilize the 5 grubs to its full maximum. So it just seems as if, like, okay, we got those objectives, but like, does Stoner Nation really care that they lost it as much? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially with the lead that they're playing with right now. It's down to 4.5K, but again, they're all feeling pretty good. They're heading every lane,
Oh, that's gonna be the solo dolo fight that we're seeing. Tactic though looking to fight him, and it's gonna be the flash out to try to negate the rest of the damage from Tactic there on Boomstick. Boomstick though gonna have to back off, not looking for that fight. Still taking from the burn. No. But we do have the Xerath ultimate being used right here, trying to get some of the low health members of Snurbopsy there. Not gonna land any of the shots. Gonna have to just back off in that fight there. Though we do see some of the CC being landed consistently here by Boosted. And a fight up to this Rift Herald. Red team ends up stealing the Rift Herald.
What a good fight.
And that's just so unfortunate. Eli was going on stop off this Zac. And that's just crazy to watch him absolutely take over in this game as Omega the Reaper ignited. Boosted Sandwich going to be able to take that kill on the ignite, but Xerath coming from downtown able to laser beam another target right to their own death and demise. So much damage on the kumquat. It is just gonna be the lonely support left under their tower. Stoner Nation 6K up, still looking for an absolute. They're still looking good in this potential blink coming up, and it's so bad right now. The objective bounty should have activated at 15 minutes.
Should be top tower going down here as well for this. I'm a little surprised they didn't pivot and just try to force everything down mid lane real quick. They had a wave partially there, then another wave walking up. They didn't want to punish there, but they do get the first turret top side. So again, some more gold in their pocket, 7K gold lead, so continue to expand that. There's other objectives on the map. As soon as they crack this mid turret, the map is going to be theirs. They're going to be able to walk wherever they want, whenever they want.
And I do want to say something though in this particular case, where it's like Brand is, you know, Brand wants the kills and everything from the rel. I think with mages in the bot lane, mages itemization for some reason just feels more conducive where they can actually get more assists than needing of kills, and they still feel a little bit more useful in comparison to like an 80 carry not having their items. I don't know why, that's just how I feel about mages in this game.
I think
But
that's typically true, but I think the Brand just needs to clean as much gold as possible, because that's really where you feel super oppressive, when he is just super ahead and, you know, has that extra item on you and then just melts everyone. He's still going to do his damage. He's still going to get his. Oh, Void Grub looks like maybe just saved him from a binding.
Void Grub literally took that binding.
Is that Neferi? Is that no?
Right? Oh wait, whoa, where is the Fury from? Oh wow, that's a big W able to land on the boomstick. That's actually a decent amount of damage getting down through the spell shield. And the spell shield being used now, some them having to be used, but it's gonna be the Brand ultimate being used now. Hourglass being taken away from the Morgana, and that's so much used by both teams, and it's not gonna mean anything from either bot laner.
Yeah, they don't know they're sitting on the ward here. But yeah, just not quite able to layer the CC when get that timing down to really execute anybody. It's down. Oh, Dropsy's put up a mid lane.
Oh no, Snabopsy being engaged on having to use the ultimate, but it's not going to mean anything unless this doesn't land, and it does be enough. Though it's going to be the Varus might be able to actually get it from him. Shut down onto the Varus after having to get it from the cheap way, from the passive procs of the Zac going down there. Still,
that's huge.
Very much commanding lead for the side of Stoner Nation. Though a nice little shutdown for this Varus to try to get him back into this game.
Yeah, nice shutdown. Got the first turret for their side, but the bot lane, which was a bounty objective, gonna lose mid turret for it. Maybe pick up a kill here on the back end.
Might be able to get it, but the unstoppable from KB goes in. Rel ultimate activated, gonna miss the Varus ult, but KB Jelly still being taken down on some really low HP. They're gonna be able to chase him down since the advance goes under the tower, and it's gonna be now instead Bulgaria making the big mistake of going in. The spell shield coming in at the right time, able to save KB Jelly, and is gonna be able to take out Bulgaria. Eli Wood now deciding to go in after his first death, wanting some revenge, but is not gonna be able to find Omega the Reaper as a target for his revenge, and instead gonna be able to get him to back off and taking that tower. And it's looking like the constellation prize is gonna also be the Drake.
Oh, still Kumquat getting caught out here.
Oh no, hold on. Kumquat looking like a prize. Simply can't go over the wall there, and it's gonna be unfortunate. The support now getting taken down for a fourth time in this game.
I feel that killing Kumquat. That hurts so much. You're like, I should be able to dive over this, but nope. It's just not the way they crash out sometimes. There's certain spots in the wall can, and other ones, yeah, tells you. Go fly kite. Otherwise, yeah, could have been a really good potential escape, at least cause a flash beat chase down, but not to be. Lose the objective. You get hex gates here, so we're gonna get even more blood and chaos. People are gonna be able to get off the map faster. But again, 7+ K lead right now. That's a pretty big wallet.
Funny thing is though, they're not utilizing the wallet nearly as much as I thought they would be for Stoner.
Right. Well, they were up.
Oh wait, we do have potential use of the wallet here now. Able to catch out Bulgaria though. Eli Wood does not have the slingshot to be able to engage, so they're not going to go in on that. Really nicely landed binding by Fruitsy Sandwich there.
Yeah, I think we said they were up like 5K at 12 minutes. Here we are 8 minutes later. Only expect that lead by about 2.5K. So still expanding the lead, but just not able to quite completely snowball it away. They did take both of the dragons here. Up to Jelly going in, trying to delete Omega Reaper.
Yep, gonna find Bulgaria to target. Omega Reaper able to land the ultimate onto him, and is gonna be able to take him out. Another kill going over to Omega Reaper. Now Eli Wood all alone. It's going to be so unfortunate. This dominant force on the top side for so long. He's now trying to escape, able to get one of his blobs, able to heal up a lot of HP. They're still trying to fight them all in the middle, but Omega Reaper now going on a killing spree as he's finally starting to get some kills under his repertoire.
Yeah, feels bad as the Zac, but at the same time, you know, realize there's 3 of them having to be up there, take you down. Should be able to get pressure over the rest of the map. Critter's able to get some poke down here in the bot lane, trying to force this tower down. Strabopsy, though, really good way for the champion.
I would have loved to see Critter just open up his ult right there.
Just really try to drive it home there on Strabopsy.
Yep.
I think Strabopsy probably could have stepped forward and maybe hit the ult before he could be killed.
Hold on, Boomstick trying to go in, and it's gonna be Tactic losing his life right there with the help of Morgana. Morgana now utilizing the ultimate to be able to. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. Double kill going right over to Boomstick there, right in the mid lane, as Morgana was able to land a really good long range binding onto Tactic there, and it ends up leading to his death. I do see the calls for the Baron here now by the side of Stoner Nation, and they're looking to balloon this lead even more.
Yep, this is the advantage here that they can definitely look for. Kill a kumquat. Yeah, once your damage goes down, you cannot be there. You gotta throw everything you can get out. Can't worry about Renaissance.
I do like seeing both Derek trying to see if he can attempt anything at all, looking for some way into the pit, but he's just this lone Maokai, a lone tree, not going to be able to do enough, and that's another extra 1,500 gold given over to the side of Stoner Nation.
So, second game in a row, but you see bounties up on the side. Los Nomadas. Now, almost a 10k gold lead. It's sitting at just over. Yeah, I can do math. 8.5 gold lead.
I really want to see, like, this game feels like they should be able to push an end at some point. It's weird to say, but like seeing such a commanding lead like this at this point in the game, it's like a really good pick. Like, they're looking for Tactic now, and they're able to find them. Boomstick, though, getting stunned up and blocked up, and a lot of damage coming out from the Brand. It's not going to be able to protect them. Boomstick, though, going on a killing spree, able to take out well, but that's also going to be him getting taken out by Tactic, and they're looking for more of the damage there as the shutdown goes right over to Strabopsy, as he's able to take out Morgana, and it's going to be Eli Wood. The pick they thought they could get was not good enough. They got the Rel, but lost 3.
Yeah, they got the shutdown on Omega the Reaper pretty early in the game. Try to put the clamps on, at least from a kill death perspective. He still was farming pretty well, and yeah, now he's got 4 kills, sitting at 4 and 5. Still behind gold over this Brand. But looks like some of us are going to be able to pivot and take this dragon for themselves. But slow hold. Dragon's down. TV Jelly content to farm top wave. If you can push that out, create the pressure on the map. His team not there to support him.
Ooh, got the flash out of.
Yeah,
yep, ult used by Strabopsy there. Got the flash out of Critter. It's looking like they're. I like seeing that Los Nomadas is starting to find a way onto the map even from behind, which is very interesting to see that a team can actually do this, where they can find some different little points in the game that they can actually fight. But KB Jelly, though, being found by Tactic and Killer Kumquat here up in his top side as he was trying to attempt to take the turret. A lot of damage being dished out, but now he's turning, and it's not going to be enough. Tactic able to take that extra little bit of gold off the Udyr's feet, but now it's going to be the ult used by Maokai, but the spell shield able to protect Boomstick. They can just walk away from this one.
Yeah, an interesting team play there. I liked where KB Jelly was like pushing the wave because there wasn't a ton that he could do on the map. But then I would like to see him rotate over to some teammates to see where they can go try to make a play as opposed to trying to crash that wave himself. But basically, once people show up, just need to get out of there. No reason to risk it right now. Probably one of the weaker members for his team right now. In terms of like the overall damage. So just kind of play around, set up some of those other plays, get those flanks, create additional pressure on this team to run down. Full 80 Udyr is fine. I hear you, Critter, but again, when most of us has a couple times now sent 3 members top to deal with whoever's pushing top. So, okay, Black and Blue was specifically asking about the Udyr build. But yeah, just as the jungler, just don't need to be pushing on it by yourself at this stage of the game.
Oh, Killer, you don't want to be in that spot. You can't go anywhere. everywhere. The rest of your team is there, but it's too quick with the Vayne, an absolute chain shredder, and that's gonna be Killer Kumquat being found once again off to the side. That's gonna be him losing his life as he goes right under the tower trying to find another target. Eli with those split tactic gonna be found and killed by Boosted, and it's gonna be the artillery fire coming out, flash force from Omega the Reaper, and he's being forced off of his tower, and that's gonna be more of a barrel down. There's 2 members lost, the bot lane gone from the side of Los Nomadas, and his Stoner Nation looking to push in even more. Bulgaria, the lone defender right now at the mid turret, at the mid inhib, and that's definitely gonna be the mid inhib going down.
Yeah, so Bopsy trading back the top turret, but unfortunately losing 2 mid turrets and the mid inhib for that. Maybe gonna get the pick here on Eli Wood after trying to channel out.
Oh yeah, that's
a bit greedy there
for
from
Eli
Eli.
Wood.
Yeah, a little bit greedy. Maybe could eat out with his team.
He likes to, he plays that disrespect a little much there, and that's unfortunate. Like I get you got the advantage, but like don't give them any more than what they need to. It's Los Nomadas. If anything, I've learned over definitely from game 1 is that you give them an inch for any type of advantage that can get them back in, they will find a way to make that a mile. And they did manage to do it last game, so you got to be real careful with what disrespect you give on the map. So backing in the channeling in the base there, not the best.
Alright, yeah, sorry about the volume from the games. I didn't see we were going to be commenting on game 1, so my bad for that one too then. The replay client is different than the normal games.
Yeah.
Thank you, right? But, alright, so we got a 7k gold lead for Stoner Nation. Still in the driver's seat here. Got the 2 dragons. We got a chance for their 3rd Drake coming up here in 50 seconds. And we also got the Baron coming up with 2 seconds left. So we'll see what they choose to fight over, if they're going to handshake trade. Not a lot of vision down right now on the bot side there for that dragon.
This is what I was talking about before, though. Like, the lead that Stoner's Nation has right now, I don't want to see them just sitting around not really doing anything with it. At this point, they have the push on the map. They do have the ability, like, and they have the pressure. But yeah, okay, now they're starting to rotate for some type of objective here. Good. That's what I want to see, and kind of force them to come to you. Like, you have the ability to, and with the Xerath in the Morgana, it's actually really hard to get past that CC and post.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a Baron call here, but yeah, red team's just gonna burn it too fast,
really
and we just talked about not
call.
having the damage there for Baron. That they're just gonna leash this for him.
Like, are you just giving them the free Baron at this point? Are you? I guess it's a bait for a fight, but the Seraphine ultimate is not gonna be enough, especially when she gets snared up and caught like that.
Yeah, it can't be the
Critter
first
from
one.
downtown dominating now, and that's just gonna be the fight given up
That
to
might
them.
be
Eli
game.
will decide to go in, but yeah,
They
could
could
just
catch
push for
anybody
game at
else
this
here.
point.
Yeah, if they catch anybody else here, that's game. Boomstick gets this. Yep.
Oh, Boomstick though, a lot of damage coming out of him, but he's still gonna get slain as the Crypt Bloom comes down. Tactic able to get that damage down, and it's gonna be boosted now, taking a lot of damage too, landing the snare, able to get down on Killer Kumquat. Now that's just gonna be a call for the Baron. At first, it might have been called for game if Vayne was still alive, but I think for this time, it's just gonna end up being a Baron call, and they do have the damage to be able to take it.
Yeah, that's the good safe call here. They have the advantage. Go out and put that gold in your pocket. Keep getting bigger. You're only at 30 minutes. You got the 3 dragons. So you have a couple different win angles here that they can continue to play around.
Oh, okay. So we're
Okay,
sitting
yeah.
at. I wanted to just sit there and do anything with it. I mean, yeah, you do, but as somebody who wants to be able to see, I need to see them give you guys something back, the 10k gold lead right here. I want to see them do something with it, but you guys take some of that gold back. That's
I just appreciate that Stoner Nation alone is just trying to give us that 1 kill per minute.
you're on Summoner's Rift asking if we could just be friends. There's no friends on the Rift.
Have you met
It's like Uno
Have
out
you
there.
met the people who play League of Legends? Come on now.
They have friends.
We can't be friends. What are you talking about?
We're all just acquaintances. It's
Blame
like
your jungle.
coworkers, guys.
Blame your supports. Blame your top laner.
Honestly, well, hold on. We do see a lot of damage coming out from the Xerath. Not going to be able to land the last killing blows. But the ultimate coming out from Bulgaria going to be able to land on the 2 different members, but not going to be enough as he's able to be taken out by Boomstick. And Boomstick's going to be able to try to keep chasing down, but Boosted going to be picked off and taken down. But Critter going godlike as he's able to take out Snarbopsy off on that bot side. Omega the Reaper down to about half HP. The Jack Show starting to give him a little bit of tankiness, but it's not enough as that still Critter doing so much AP damage here. The squishy members of the team now just looking and just hoping that they can get something, but Brand not going to be able to land enough, but ever so barely takes that last kill at the end, and it's still them barreling down with the Baron into the base of Los Namadas. This is looking like Stoner's Nation's win.
Yep. I mean, we saw them in a similar position before, but no, this time they have the members, they have the waves, they're taking the turrets right now. I think they could have just ended potentially if they were taking this top tower.
I wish they, like this is, I like the, we want to be clean about it and try to get as much, but now you kind of wasted a lot more time, and it could have been a potential, wait, maybe that's not what they were looking for. Maybe they were looking for the bait. Eli Wood does have his passes up, had to flash out of there. I'm actually very interested to see, but it looks like because the rest of the members weren't there, they could have just probably ended the game there.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a misplay there. Like just call people to whack towers and then hit the nexus. It's a little interesting there, a little split decision. Interesting what the comms were.
I like it. A call into the chat. We could end here again. Stoner's Nation, you guys are killing me with this.
Oof. Where's your captain? Get him in here.
Doesn't have comms. Wait, what?
Gotta put you guys in a chat and just mute you all. No. Go back and look at some of those pings. See Critter just pinging the up. Boomstick getting caught out here.
Oh no,
That's 3 layers CC.
That's 3 different members, and it's not enough. Life still coming out between the Ignite Killer Kumquat, the main killer of Boomstick, it feels like, between Tactic and him. But it's still Eli Wood now, passive being struck down. This is exactly what I mean. Like, they gotta just, the comms need to be a lot clearer when it comes to wanting to end games. You had 4 members down. It was just 1 person left. You should have been able to barrel through Omega and then be able to take them out. But unfortunately, no. And now it's looking like you're starting to give up the game as the Root ends up getting caught up on Boosted Sandwich. Not going to be able to take him out. Seraphine now gets him caught out. Bulgaria does get taken out by the Udyr, but they got to be able to try to turn this fight around to make sure that this doesn't feel like it's just something lost. But Udyr on the double kill, forcing the flash out of Seraphine. Seraphine able to land the double snare onto Critter, but KB is still looking to chase them down, gonna try to use the blast cone and is able to get away. We do have the TP being used, and the Winions was just enough to be able to barrel down into the base and win the game for Stoner Nation. We're going into game 3.
Boomy calling them out there. Hey, might want to look at your base, man. And yeah, it's a little late there, trying to get that contest down. Trying to see real quick if damage was indeed recorded and done. Game 2. Nope, I don't have that information available readily. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think Boomstick, maybe proving some haters wrong. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe put some respect on his name. I don't know. Or maybe just keep flaming him for the lulz. I don't know. All right, so that was game number 2. We're now 1-1. pretty exciting. I think in both games, I think we've seen where Southern Nation has been in the driver's seat. So can they do it for a third straight game? And they asking me to end the stream. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen right now, not unless
Nope,
it
that's
crashes. But yeah, pretty exciting. Seen them in the driver's seat a lot, like I was saying. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep it up. What are you thinking we're gonna see in Game 3 here, Malco? What
Lord have
adaptations do you want to
mercy,
see?
Stoners Nation, please end a damn game when it's clearly endable. I'm sorry. That is just so rage-inducing to see that happen. Like, bro, you lost the first game off of that the first time. So that should be like a clear call. Like, yo, let's
They
not do that again.
they
And
could be
then
2-0.
once
They could be in. They could be going to semis right now
literally could be 2-0 in semis as we speak right
with
now.
the
But
upset.
it's but if it's true that you guys don't have actual comms going on, which I mean, depending on how big the personalities are between all the people, I can understand why you don't want to have comms. But there should be like if you guys are literally a 5-man alive or 4 to 5 man alive team, and there's just two people staring at you in your face, look at them with your wallet and say, "I'm going to smack you with it." There's
Right. Yeah. No,
It
they
just
definitely had the
feels
time, and they're just kind of pulling some punches here.
I'm being overly bombastic about it. I'm sorry, guys. I just thought it was a little bit funnier to be bombastic about it, but in reality, it's just something that we don't want to have like see constantly happen for you guys, where it's like you're losing games because you aren't able to end because of not a clear communication between the team. And that could actually like I would hope that maybe from us saying it and pointing it out, work on that for this week, because depending on the game 3, I have no clue what the result is. I literally don't pay attention to any of the results, so in case I have to cast these VODs, it could be a complete surprise to me. But like whatever this game 3 is going to be, if you guys end up winning it, please utilize this upcoming week before semis to really work on that and make sure that you guys know, like, okay, guys, like for a fact, we can win here. Like, let's just push this out. Because even in that moment, if they like say one more person spawned back in from you guys like pushing into the base right there, even if you guys got team wiped, you still had the ability because you had 2 inhibs down, and they would still have the minions barreling into the base. They wouldn't have been able to push an end against you guys there with only 3 people. So you could have potentially still completely flabbergasted that fight and absolutely just lost it, but it was still been up for you guys. So I think just from there, just try to really tune that up. For Los Namadas, what I just want to see is no wacky, crazy picks like that, man.
Yeah.
Like
A
with the,
little.
the Varus top, just not necessary. Just try to stick to standard lanes. The you guys had the Malphite from the last game. I think it was banned this last game, but from game 1 it worked. Just get Omega the Reaper on something standard and allow him to play regular.
Singed
It
it
was
is. Let's see it. Let's see it, Omega.
we decided not to let Omega cook game 3. I find it funny to allow any type of weird chef stuff going on in the semifinals. Like if you were on Master Chef, they would have cut you.
Wait.
They would have cut you for that.
So no Tom Kench, no Leona. What are the other cooking skins? We're not getting any of those top lane.
No, we're not getting any of those. Oh, that would the baking. You would have to get like a Kali top because she's the sashimi one.
That's right. Yep.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. No. Like I could. Okay, but a Kali top is something that's been proven to work. Like
Right.
that's something
Tom
that could
Kench.
work.
Tom Kench could do it.
Tom Kench. Actually, you know
But
what?
he said
Tom
no
Kench,
cooking. He said no cooking. We don't need
no
Russell
cooking,
Wilson in the
no
top
chefing
lane.
up.
So let's get into the draft. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's chop it up.
Alrighty, we have it. Stoner Nation getting blue side, Los Tomatos being on red. I do like seeing the fact that it's not blue side always wins type of thing, because we did just see red side end up winning that last game, and actually red side I think red side won both games in this particular series. So right now, if we're going by if we're going by that statistic, It should be Los Nomada's games to win here. But we do see right here as Stoner Nation decide to ban out Karma, Jinx, and Amu. Why? Wait, whoa. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. And we do see the Los Nomadas bans being Aurelion Sol, Lux, and Xerath. I do like seeing the Xerath ban, as Xerath is actually extremely annoying. I get it, the respect bans from Stoner Nation. I respect it. But you guys could have just picked it up on pick one yourselves. It worked out for you very well game one. I don't understand why banning it when you could have just picked it for yourselves. We don't like them. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Then that works. That's a perfectly fine.
Sad mummy.
Sad mummy. Sad mummy doesn't like being liked. He wants to be liked, and unfortunately, Stoner Nation hasn't made it clear they do not like Amumu. So it's very, very unfortunate. Hailstorm says that Bulk can't play it, so that's kind of interesting. But I think it's a good respect ban though. You know, like Volibear either smile. So you guys just so we're allergic to winning. I'm kidding.
Woo!
That's caster being way too much. That's too much flame from the casting. I'm sorry.
They like it.
That's my one. They need it back. They just need it. Well, okay, we do have the ban. We do have the picks now being here. Stoner Nation decided to go for the Braum first pick, as Los Nomadas decided to go here with the Morgana Varus, and we do have Volibear being picked up on Stoner Nation's
back
side.
The Varus, come on now.
I'm horrible in Amumu. You should force me into it every game. That sounds like a smile moment. That's a smile comment. I like the Stoner Nation picking back up the Vayne here. It actually, even against the brand, it still looked pretty good. I would have liked to see the brand being banned, but with the Varus being picked up here, if it's Varus top and they go with brand bot again. Okay, this time it sounds like a more okay. This looks like more standard. Wait, if that's Lulu top,
Lulu mid. We've seen some Opsy do it.
Whoa. Okay, so this is the crazy. They have so much flexing going on right now. I don't like this. Because we just saw that Omega's willing to take the Varus up top side, and if he's not completely, like, if he's not getting ganked, maybe he can make something work with it. But my captain didn't be forcing volley pick too. Oh my god. KB, was it true that you guys didn't like the Amumu there? Is that really the truth? I feel bad. I don't know. I just feel like Amumu is just one of those. It's like that green jungler pick that we always had. Maokai was that for some time, where it was just like something that it just felt like almost an instant win. Oh, okay, that's true. KB doesn't like the money, or really? Okay, you know what? I respect that, KB, from both you and your team. I fully respect that, but it just seems very interesting because it seemed like you were making it work in game one, so that's the reason why I was just.
Here we go.
Wait,
Go King Beard subbed in game
here?
3. No, I'm just kidding.
I love this. Silas has so many good ultimates to be able to steal. And if there's no Grievous Wounds on the side of Los Nomadas, that is going to be annoying to deal with between the Lissandra ulti, the Lulu ultimate, the Varus ultimate being able to get some type of lockout. Lulu jungle incoming. I believe it. At this point, I believe it.
Oh, man, Critter.
You guys just really, like, I don't know.
Man, they got
what
some
I'm gonna be
haterade
doing.
going on over there.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Like, I personally like the Silas pick. It's a good. I personally like playing Silas mid lane. If I ever play, whenever I do play mid, like he's one of those picks that I'm like, why not just play him? I don't care if I feed. He's kind of just fun to play, but it's also depending on if you have a really good matchup. But also the Alawi, yeah. So Silas actually has, I think, 3 very decent ultimates to be able to steal this game, and Stoner Nation. Okay, this actually looks a little bit more standard. We have, I believe it's going to be, wait, Morg Jungle?
Yep, Morg Jungle for game number 3.
Okay, I like this. Morg Jungle with the Lissandra mid. That's, oh my god, the CC plus team fight is going to be so annoying. And then Alawi just getting in the middle of all their members. Like, this is gonna be very dependent on if Stoner Nation can do exactly what they did in game 1 and be able to get that same early game lead, but this time transition it to the full victory, and you're able. And honestly, I hate to say it, but you can do it probably maybe 5 minutes sooner than you guys anticipate yourselves. Have more confidence. just boost yourselves and be like, you know what, we can do this. I need y'all to do like the what's it called, like the My Hero Academia music in the background, like we can do this, and just like literally, I don't remember any of the attacks from that anime, and I'm trying to make a reference from it, but whatever. Just do what you need to do to win the game, and I really do feel that the composition that you guys have does have a little bit more standardization to it, which will allow you to do so. But Los Nomados utilizing the wacky type of, hey, we're gonna play like G2. We're gonna play like G2 here and try to be a little bit more kind of wacky with our picks and make you guys fight into something that's not so easy to fight into. I think that's gonna make the big difference. I just want to really see Los Nomados really turn it up for themselves with this with like some of these more wackier picks and bring themselves to a victory in this game 3. If not, this might be the first season that we see an odd season with no Los Nomados banner hanging in the Hall of Champions.
Well, with that said, let's get ready to roll clip and roll credits.
Clip, roll credits. We're ready to get into the game. Make sure you switch it for the stream as well, real quick there.
There it is.
There we go. Yes, let's go. We're
Game
ready
3.
for it.
Game 3, playoffs. What more can you guys ask for?
So I'm not necessarily biased here. It's just more of the fact that, like, when it comes to some compositions, it scares me when I look at them on paper. I'm a very like, hey, look at the paper type of thing here to try to keep it as black and white, like who's my choice as possible. And I personally did like Stoner Nation's comp a little bit better, but I do understand where you guys are coming from, where some of this extra fighting and stuff that you can do with this particular comp, and still having a decent comp in the bot lane personally with the tactic on the Varus and the Lulu. I think you guys can still eke out the win here. I just don't know.
I don't remember this being banned, but you know what would have been really good for KB Jungle right here with this team lineup, if this is where they knew they were going? Sejuani. Sejuani, I think would have been the pick. I think that would have been really good with their lineup. I think they're missing some CC again with the Volibear. Again, the Volibear's got stunned, got a slow, but a Sejuani, I think, would have been absolutely disgusting. It would have paired really nicely.
That would have been so much fun, and you have
draft.
there's so many ways to be able to get the passive off. Are these guys just like? I wonder if they know. Do they know?
KB,
no,
KB said it.
I'm fucking said send Volley top and give me Sedge. Oh my jeez, man. Eli's not listening. They don't. You know what though? It's the team's not listening to KB. That's what I'm getting is the inkling here is that the team is not listening to KB.
Well, KB, you know what you have to do next season.
Become a captain.
Gotta be captain again, baby. Gotta run it back.
We're gonna peer pressure you into becoming a captain.
That's right. Tactic and Killer Kumquat getting a lot of damage down. Eli Wood going for this level 1 with level 2
but
advantage.
I want to see Omega Reaper try to turn it around as he ends up getting the level 2 here, having the HP advantage right now. And when Alawi has that HP advantage, you do not want to deal with that. I'm very curious to see how well this is gonna go. They said I'm in for a doozy. At least that's what Critter said. So I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go. I want to see if Eli and Omega is gonna be able to make something crazy happen up in the top side, or am I just in for a doozy in the sense of like, holy crap, this is about to be a stop. That's what I kind of want to know. Well, actually, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
We're in for the long haul. We're in for the ride. Let's do it.
Don't you dare type that in the chat. Honestly, though, something tells me, though, Los Nomados would have not have had the odds in the betting, and that means I would have probably made some money on this game. I'm thinking. Something just gives me this weird inkling. Because Red Side has won every single game, but KB Jelly is here on the first engage, getting both of the flashes out of both the bot laners, trying to go in, but it's not going to be able to get any more. Able to land that last one on the Killer Kumquat. The spell shield comes out, but first blood going over to the Vayne, but the Morgana's able to return it right back. KB Jelly's now trying to look for the next target, but double kill going over to the Morgana as they were there right on time and able to secure that counter engage.
I'm just saying, if that was a Sejuani, that's a kill. I'm just saying. You know, it's a clean 1 for nothing.
It probably would have gotten the concussive blow proc plus the extra stunt. You know, you could have gotten the secured CC. I mean, yeah, you had that flash point and click stun, but you could have still gotten that extra. It's just a little something.
Bulgaria,
We're
you
teasing.
wrote Susie. I don't see a Susan. There's no Perfy in this game. Feel lied to.
I'm about to say we ain't got no Susan here. There's no Nasus. Eli Wood though not having a fun time. It looks like against this Alawi 13 farm down right now. Omega the Reaper bringing out a serious pick that sometimes people just don't understand how to play against it.
Yeah, definitely interesting matchup there. Getting that early bully. And KB not being able to path top right now. Getting called bot. Having to path bot lane for his own jungle. Looking for like he's going for that top scuttle now. Trying to somewhat get up that direction.
Oh,
But
just needs one more. Trying to land these concussive blows, not going to be able to do it on for Boomstick. They actually have a pretty decent bot lane here, and if they do land that damage, I mean, even to the Lulu shield, it's going to be a lot. But now KB Jelly here to be able to help out his top laner as Omega the Reaper is trying to get some of the damage down, trying to walk away. Does still have the flash, can possibly get away from it. Stun, gonna go ahead, gets the spell shield down, not gonna land the binding, but does get the soul taken out from KB Jelly, able to evade the gank once again, and Bulgaria was just ready and waiting to be able to help him out just in case things got a little bit hairier.
I'm gonna keep tooting this horn because I'm just like, it's the CC. What's gonna stop him? Eli doesn't have a ton of CC in the kit either, and just too big of a health bar to try to melt right now.
Ooh, concussive blows actually lands, gets the barrier out, but it's gonna be turned around as Tactic's able to take that kill. Boosted wants to try to turn it, but it's not gonna be enough. Double kill going over to the Los Namadas ADC. This is a much bigger turnaround this time. Los Namadas taking the early lead.
Bulgaria there actually did a pretty nice job till the very end there, freezing those minions. You need to take a little bit more damage. I think that wave is now going to push out, as it did crash under turret.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He was trying to help his top laner out. Didn't exactly work out the way he wanted it to.
Pretty big CS lead, actually, for Snarbopsy here. Critter going in, trying to fight, getting a bunch of damage down. Does steal the ult.
Ooh, if he was able to actually continue that damage, one more cycle of if he can get one more cycle of it, that's going to possibly be the death. Flashes in, goes over the wall, doesn't even need the ultimate. Solo dolo for Critter right there. Nicely done to be able to get that kill on the Bopsy.
What gold difference?
He does not care. There is no goal difference to this Silas right here. And I find it very interesting because now he does have that ultimate for another fight. So if he ends up finding Bulgaria or anybody else here, he could potentially make that engage. He is on him, doesn't land the chains to be able to go in. So it's going to be him now trying to take some of these Void Grubs away from them. They do manage to secure one on the side of Los Namadas, but I think the other two are going to be secured by the side of Stoner's Nation.
Yep. Happy to just get the one, get out. Don't have the numbers right now for Los Nomadas. Happy to just farm it up. Able to zone Boomstick off pretty far here with not having support bot lane. That is one thing also with like the Vayne. While he does have the tumble, can kind of stay safe. It doesn't have that long farming tool and can be zoned off. So his team needs to be making those plays across the map.
Oh, but instead it's going to be the cross map plays coming out. The cleanse used, but not going to be enough. NBG Tactic looking like a damn good substitute here in this bot lane as he's going on a killing spree in this game 3.
And that should be the first Drake over to Los Nomadas as well.
Easily the first Drake for them. I think that right now, this is not looking good for Stoner's Nation. Already at 1.4k gold down at 8 minutes into this game. And it already feels as if they're losing control of the map as is. Even though Eli Wood was able to finally make up some of that CS difference between him and Omega the Reaper from earlier, it's still... Oh, no, he actually made up over it and went above him now. It's still feeling like as if Stoner Nation is starting to lose the realm of the lanes.
Yeah, Boomstick did use the cleanse there, bot lane, but it's just not enough. There's just too much CC coming out, and we constantly see that in this league, that CC wins, and yet teams continue not to. With Dominus popped
Dominus
there.
goes in, gonna pop the ultimate from the Alawi as well. Eli Wood gonna have to just walk away from under
No.
his turret and get smacked by the tentacle. And it's gonna be Omega the Reaper getting the solo dolo at the extended
Oh, that
end of
hurts
it
Eli.
and the turret plate. That's just not looking good for Eli right
I think
now.
he thought it wore off, and one more tentacle, one more smack there. Unfortunately,
You always gotta watch out for the one at the end. It
he-
always does like one more at the end every time.
Boomy's here trying to get his nightmare fuel in, and he said that the tentacle was apparently invisible. So
Oh.
that's unfortunate.
That's
Small indie
Visual Bug
company.
Riot. You guys gotta
It's good,
you guys
actually
gotta
good.
fix that.
Good jump in there for boosted, but unfortunately just too deep.
Yep,
I'm
gonna
not
have
sure
to
about the
utilize the
flash.
ultimate to be able to disengage, and it's gonna be, man, that's just unfortunate to see right now that I've never seen a Varus look so powerful before. But right now, even with just the minimal items he has, not even on his Bork yet, it just feels so doomed right now in this bot lane.
Yeah, and
Tactic doesn't even have the farm advantage. Even
Tactic looking really good though on this Forest. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the farm advantage. We're talking about Boomstick kind of being a disadvantage there for the farm, but he's got the kills. He's farming champions. Kiwi Jelly trying to catch out
there's
Killer
KB.
Kumquat. Killer
Gonna be able
Kumquat
to
should
find
die.
Killer Kumquat. Killer Kumquat should be here, but flashes
my
over the wall,
lord.
trying to get that last auto. Uses the ultimate from the Lulu as Tactic goes on a rampage. So Eli was gonna be able to find a kill in that mid lane, but it's still gonna be a double kill going over to the ADC of Los Namadas. That's gonna be absolutely devastating
Killer
right now.
Kumquat had
for the
no
side of
business
Stoner
living
Nation.
there. I think KB though saw a little bit too much red, tried to chase him down. Should have really turned, pivoted, got MBG Tactic. I think he thought the Vayne could handle him, but that's now 5 kills over onto the Varus. Now 400 gold shutdown available.
Jeez, man, that's not fun. That's not what you want to be looking at right now at this moment in the game, where it already felt as if it was starting to get bleaker and bleaker, and now you're just staring down the barrel of a 5-0 Varus.
Not as big of a lead as Stoner's Nation had last game, but a 3K gold lead for the side of Los Nomadus.
3K gold lead at 11 minutes compared to the 5K gold lead. Again, as you said, not nearly as
You're a little far away
as
from
the last game.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. There we go. So it's not as far, it's not as surmountable as the last game, but it's still something that feels as if they don't have as much control in these lanes. As you said, the Varus King is now catching up in farm by utilizing the ability to zone the Vayne away from it, and then you do have right now where it feels like this top lane, just they don't know much if they can really do it, what else they can really do into it. Like the plated steel caps have been completed here by the Renekton, but I don't know even if that's still even enough. Eventually it's gonna be a lot more itemization, but trying to duel into that Alawi is just not the thing you want to do. And now we're seeing Omega the Reaper pulling back and getting even more of a farm lead.
Yeah, some massive advantage there. Looks like we're coin flipping.
Oh, they're coin flipping for the Void Grubs. Managed to steal the Morgana ulti. Gets in the middle of all of them, but it's not going to be able to do anything. Bulgaria now still on a killing spree as Silas is the first one taken out. KB Jelly going over the wall as he ends up getting one of the other Void Grubs for himself. 4 Void Grubs secured for the side of Stoner Nation. Nicely done by KB Jelly to react there, but it's still a lead for the side of Stoner Nation, just under 4K.
Yeah, so cutting to the lead. Or no, the lead actually expanded there a little bit. No. And at least they did get the Void Grubs, but right now they don't really have a lane to use that in. Not sure there's anybody who can go and match the Alawi, at least solo. Oh, Survopsy flash and safety.
Forced out.
But 4 turrets being taken, or 4 plates, sorry, bot lane being taken before 13 minutes. Almost
Nearly
4
plates
top.
taken.
Yeah.
And that's solo plays for top as well. I don't think a single plate has been taken with anyone nearby.
That's 9 plates.
Jeez. This gold is just going to continue to balloon right now. It's sitting at a clear 4K gold lead at the moment. This is once the first tower is taken, if they can take one of these towers without the tower with the tower plates, this is just going to end up being so big for the side of Stoner Nation. Another plate taken for the Alawi right here. Another 125 gold given up to him. So that's about 10 total plates taken for the side of Los Namadas in comparison to, it looks like literally only 1 taken from the side of Stoner Nation. right now the gold lead ballooning with these objectives, but we do have a little bit of a fight here between Eli Wood and Omega the Reaper. Omega the Reaper not showing any fear, but it's looking here as we see Boosted Sandwich found by 2 different members gets polymorphed and now being chased off, being sent back towards KB Jelly for safety. Bulgaria now helping to clear out the vision, and they're looking to start this Drake as well, as this is the Ocean Drake for the second Drake of the game.
Now, I want to call out Killer Kumquat here. He's playing this bot lane really well, really taking advantage of his poke, and just really being able to play on that edge, not being boosted, not able to land the concussive blows and get that AD carry to follow with the short range Vayne. Like Killer Kumquat stepping up right there, like, you know, just no ability to punish him at this time.
And I think for what it is, it's definitely a change. 'Cause I believe usually we see him on a lot more of the engaged supports in general, but seeing him on this Lulu and seeing him play so well is definitely a breath of fresh air, and it's looking good for Los Namados moving forward.
Yep, definitely playing that very aggressively. Creeping up on a 5k gold advantage. Looks like we have the Cloud Drake this game. And we should be seeing first tower go down here very shortly. Eli doing as much as he can to distract, but Omega will not be dissuaded. Takes the first turret.
And that's where we see a balloon to a 5k gold lead, but KB Jelly is here to be able to try to help out Eli Wood. But it's looking like Omega the Reaper is not afraid of the fight. He does have the ultimate still available to him, and he's caught between 2 different members. But Eli Wood is going down the wrong way, and Bulgaria is now here to be able to help. Dominance now being used, having to slice and dice, go over the wall, need that little bit of extra HP, having to flash away from the grasp of the soul, and it's gonna be the it's now gonna be another tower though now going over to Los Namadas. After all that fighting up in that top side, they're continuing to balloon this
6K.
lead. 6k up now at 15 minutes.
There it is. There's the continual snowball. And they're just going to continue to march down here. They're going to continue to look for this Vayne and pressure this tier 2. Looks like they're going to get off of.
And they managed to find her and get the cleanse and everything, but NGB Tactic is just dominating as he's going to be able to secure that next kill. Eli will use the TP to come down here. Critter going to be able to slay down Snurbopsy, but they're still looking for more as Eli Wood finds a target. Tactic, though, the one taking the turret, and it's going to be the shutdown as they manage to find him. Stoner Nation now looking forward, looking for more as Killer Conquest is looking to run away to Omega the Reaper. Going to have to flash out of the way, but KB Jelly going to stop him in his tracks and absolutely hammer fist him into the ground. As we do see Killer Conquest get taken out on the bottom right of your screen, it's going to be Stoner Nation finding a fight.
A lot of resources invested, but that was huge for the side of Stoner's Nation. Again, still down about 4k there, and the Rift Herald is going to be taken here by Bulgaria. But that's huge. It's absolutely huge. Oh, is Bull going to get out here? And he does. But yeah, that's huge fight. Definitely the gold that they needed into their pockets. The Silas looking very big. Critter looking very clean this series. I missed if, I guess Snurbopsy used the E to go in aggressively there, so he couldn't use it to escape back to his team.
And just immediately, like when he goes in, he gets Boomstick, but just gets popped out immediately afterwards. And then the rest of Stoner Nation was able to actually find the fight from there.
Yeah, but Boomstick, they definitely decided that they wanted you to feel ADC there on that Vayne. But you know, your team, for not having comms, responded pretty well there. They weren't able to save you, but they were able to clean up the play.
And right now we're sitting at about a kill per minute. So this one's not nearly as bloody of a game, but I think that's because Stoner Nation hasn't really had the full realm control that they want to have of this game. And usually when they have full... Oh, hold on. Snurbopsy getting caught up in the middle of the engage, having to use the ult on himself to try to deflect. But it's going to be the root. And the rest of the members now from the side of Los Namadas catching and turning it around on Critter. Critter getting shut down. Bulgaria going on a rampage as they do end up finding that member and taking him out. Eli Wood looking to try to fight here. He's thinking that his jungler is going to be able to help him. Jungler doing Gromp though instead. And Omega the Reaper now just trying to push in his tower even more. But KB Jelly now turning around, coming in trying to help out Eli Wood, able to find the members in between. He does not have the ultimate as it's getting crashed down, and they're having to back away as the TP comes in from Snurbopsy. Omega the Reaper is still able to
getting
sit
caught.
there. Here we go. This is just going to be more getting caught out, and that's going to be him having to flash over the wall, going to be able to try to catch him, and that's going to be going golden. Snurbopsy, he gets to walk away with the aid of the Alawi there, making it possible for him to not have to do anything else. And they just end up winning all over the map. The split, even though it's only a 4K deficit at this point, they're finding members of the side of They're fighting members of the side of Stoner Nation. Critter now being taken out as he's going to be the next one going down. KB Jelly not able to go ahead and not able to be able to fight the Omega the Reaper there, and is going to be able to get solo doloed by Omega the Reaper up on that top side. You just don't solo the Alawi. And at this moment, Eli Wood just has to stare at this tentacle person and just wonder what can he even do against that lady. And it's just, at this point, watch and learn.
Boomstick being called up to the top lane to deal.
Gonna get called up. They do need that condemned to land, but it's not doing any damage. Hold on. Finally, Eli able to secure that kill onto him. Eli going on a killing spree. Eli hasn't really been giving up any deaths or anything to the Alawi, but it feels so bleak when the Alawi's 30 farm up and she's just stopping and she's just taking turrets in front of your face.
Critter.
Oh my god, dude. He's like, wait, I said that couldn't.
Me reading your comment with the Morgan Freeman meme pointing up. He's right, you know.
I was the for me it was the Anthony Mackie one from Falcon and Winter Soldier was like, he's out of line, but he's right. Like that's
messed up, but ain't wrong.
But it's wrong. Like that's my reaction to
true.
this. It's like, uh-oh.
All right, 5K gold lead. So kind of stabilized that. Kind of going even right now in terms of gold. Boosted, trying to get some vision down.
I'm appreciating Los Tomatos right now, not allowing Stoner Nation to play like crazy, because I won't lie, the last two games they dictated it and it caused so much action, and I was just getting ready for the action to just go absolutely berserk right here, but they don't end up catching that binding onto Braum, so they decide not to engage. I really like seeing how Los Tomatos, when they don't find a target, they're not willing to just push the envelope anymore. They're like, nah, we don't have an avenue. We have an avenue to escape, or are we forced to fight? And it's like, oh, we can escape? Okay, cool, let's just leave. Like, I really like that from a team that's able to play that patiently.
Yeah, they don't need to overpush here. They just need to keep pushing their side waves. They're doing a really good job.
Omega the Reaper ends up finding Critter, and Critter ends up taking his ulti, gonna end up activating both ultis, both tentacles, but Omega being the original, gonna be able to win out the fight in the 1v2, and now it's Braum and Renekton versus the world, gonna be able to knock him up with the Braum ultimate, not gonna be able to get anything as they're still trying to fight him, but Tactic ends up taking out KB Jelly. They end up taking the Baron, Boosted Sandwich ends up taking out Omega the Reaper, but at what cost? Boomstick now looking to be the hero, tumbles in, looking for Tactic, but it's not gonna be enough, and Tactic's able to take out that kill, and it's gonna be the Baron going right over to the side of Los Tomatos. An absolute great control of this game. 7K gold up.
Barrier OP there for Tactic. They're just able to pop that barrier and go, no, no, no. And then able to get that layered protection from Killer Kumquat. So, up to a 7K gold lead, and we'll see what they can do to continue to expand that. They have taken all of the outer turrets except for top lane, tier 2. No, I'm sorry. They do have bot tier 2 as well, but, you know, that's a hope and a prayer.
See, this is the moment where Stoner Nation is begging for Los Tomatos to pull a them and be like, yo, you guys can see an avenue where you can end this game. Now mess up your next fight so we can just try to end it ourselves. Like, that's what they want them to do. They want them to pull a game 1 right now. And it's hoping that's what they have to hope for at this point. It's 7K gold at 23 minutes. You're really hoping that they're able to pull off some kind of misplay that's going to allow you to be able to take the victory off of them at this point. Vayne, unfortunately, even though she does do a lot of damage, she isn't exactly online and is going to need a little bit more before it's actually fully capable, or before Vayne is fully capable of doing everything that Vayne is needed to do. Critter looks really, really good on this Silas, but even then, going up against the Alawi was not able to do anything to them. And they're now looking at this absolute juggernaut up in the top side, just doing so much damage to Eli Wood. They're constantly forcing more options to go up and answer him. But Boosted waiting for Boomstick to come up here because they don't want to potentially have to go into a 1v2 knowing that Alawi can actually win it.
Yeah, still drawing just so many resources top side of the map. So doing a great job there. Running down KB Jelly. This is going to be a free Drake if they can get this pick.
Yeah, and it's looking like they're going to be able to get it. Tactic is now here to be able to secure the kill. Snurbopsy, though, being given it to him. First kill of the game for Snurbopsy. And I like seeing this. They know that Bulgaria can do it on their own. So instead, let's just keep pushing these waves in. They don't have anybody to really answer us in a 1v3. We can go ahead and push these waves. And if anything, that just means that Omega the Reaper gets to continue doing what he's doing. So there's split options here. Even if Omega loses his life up in this top side, Eli Wood can't fight him. Vayne chooses to back off because they have to go answer bot side. At this moment, it's just looking like absolute loss for the side of Stoner Nation.
Yep, Soul hasn't even kicked in yet, but that's 2 turrets bot side plus the bot inhib that are going to also take the top tier 2 here in a minute. It's
Oh, they're deciding to engage. Snurbopsy, though, gonna utilize the ult and go golden. Lulu and Varus being taken out. They waited way too long. But this isn't one of those fights where it was that it's gonna mean the end of the game if they turn it. This is just one of those, hey guys, we got a couple bit of gold in our pocket. Let's try to spend it and see if we can use it elsewhere. So right now, that was definitely a good pick on those 3 members down there. But it's still the Soul going over to the side of Los Namadas. They still have absolute control of this game.
yeah, no Baron to be able to take, no way to easily get back in there, no minions pushing any of these turrets. Critter trying to take down Bulgaria, but he's actually pretty strong at this point.
Oh, here
He
we
does-
go.
he does
Bulgaria,
get him.
though.
Yep,
Oh,
does get him
man.
in the end.
If he had the Zonias, he probably could have potentially eked out that little win there. But
I missed if the Morgana already had the Oblivion Orb or not. If Morgana didn't have it before, then I think, wins that fight next time.
could have made all the difference, honestly. But Bulgaria not gonna get the unkillable Demon King title for this game, unfortunately, after that death. Did not really lose anything, though. There wasn't really much on the map for them to take.
Nope.
And instead, KB Jelly now being chased down, but caught in between 4 different members on the side of Los Namadas. And they're just trying to give the kill up to somebody. But go ahead, Varus. You're already ahead. Give it up to Snurbopsy. It's okay. You guys are trying to give it to Varus, but Bopsy doesn't want the gold. He doesn't want the kills, apparently. Instead, just keep giving it to the Varus. Allow him to become more powerful than he already is. And it's just going to make the game that much better for them. And right now, they're still pushing in this mid lane. And I don't even think Critter can really stop this. Yeah, see, they get to just stay here the whole time.
Yep, they just get to stay here,
right in front of their faces.
keep shoving these waves in. Super minions are marching down bot lane. Omega wants this fight. He wants to be able to ult outside of turret range.
He has the ulti right here. Yup, they're just gonna try to take the fight right there. He doesn't use the ult just yet, but I don't think he even got the demolish proc on the tower yet either. So he can just go ahead and keep doing this. Tower's gonna go down mid lane. Varus ends up taking it, and it's just them. They just keep getting split up. Omega the Reaper constantly able to keep pushing these waves into this tower. That's the top tower that's probably going to end up going too.
Yep.
Misses the chains, uses the ult on himself to try to defend, but that's going to be the tower gone. Inhib is being taken by the Varus. Silas going to be taken out, and it's looking like they're going in even deeper. This is possibly where the ending of the game happens, and it's going to be only KB Jelly left, but 4 members still alive for the side of Los Namadas, and I think this is where the game ends. This is the moment where you end. Don't back off. Don't play safe. There's no members alive who can take you, and now it's just going to be KB Jelly against the world as Los Namadas looks to secure this semi-final spot and ends up taking this game 3, not without padding the kill count first, trying to take KB Jelly with him, and they were able to do that, just that before the end of the game. Los Namadas were advancing on to semifinals. I love it, Bulgaria. We need to retreat, take objectives.
Spoken like a true jungler. I need to get my stacks, my jungle. I must farm.
Yeah, the jungle was spawned. We should have got those.
Jungle
Like,
exists, therefore delete. But yeah, well done, Los Nomadas. Definitely didn't have script from game 1 and game 2, where Soldiers Nation came out very strong. Was in control of both those games. Again, that knife edge from the game number 1, we could be talking about a whole different series here. I mean, yeah, the draft for game number 2 could have gone differently, but it is your season. It is an odd season, therefore you're moving on.
it is an odd season. Therefore, Los Nomados must always win.
That's right. Sorry, Soldiers Nation. It was in the script. Had to follow the script. See you all next season, but please continue to stick around, support our league. We have Valhalla Clash, as I've posted a couple times. That's a new thing we're trying to do, trying to get some other ideas to keep people interested, participate, invite some of your other friends in who may not want to play for a whole season, may just want to play for a weekend. So coming up on November 10th, we're going to do our first Plat 4 and below team clash event.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And then we're going to follow that up a couple weeks later, I believe, with our Emerald, and then going to open it up to everybody Diamond 2 and below, if we can get enough interest. So please check that out. See if there's some people you want to play with.
Look out for that.
And we got 2 more streams that we're going to work to try to get you. I think Hailstorm is going to attempt to run one of them on Friday, and we'll see who we got to run the other one. I'm not sure I have time this week, but we'll see what we can do to continue to bring you guys the rest of this content.
I should
Great
be able
series.
to at least run one. I fixed all my stream issues, so I should be able to run at least one of them.
That would be amazing, sir. Again, try to give people the content that they want, and we can talk about that after this. But all right, it's 11:30 my time. Malco, any other closing thoughts on this great matchup?
Aside from the fact that this was actually a banger matchup, even though I was not expecting Game 3 to go the way it did. Los Nomados, congratulations. I'm looking forward to be able to cast your games for the semifinals coming up this week. I'm not sure who your opponent is. Can someone just tell me what was the Free SM versus RDS result?
Free SM.
Okay. Okay. So it's I listen. Sometimes you never know, but anyways. So with that much said, guys, thank you all for coming out tonight, and we really do appreciate you guys. Anybody who might have used subs, if we did not call it out, once again, guys, don't forget to use your Prime subs here with Valhalla Esports. Guarantee yourself 30 days of love with Valhalla Esports casting desk, and also be able to support the league in any way possible. Aside from just also being able to follow the streams, join the Discord, join anything else possible here with Valhalla. You guys all have a great night. Peace out.
Peace out.
In the heat of the fire, hearts burn with desire. Victors call to Valhalla, others fall into mire. Blade to blade we stand, rulers of this land. Only one to the light, all others take flight. Echoes underground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. Courage and the ground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. battle still pushes on. Glory in the air, one will conquer, one be gone. Echoes on the ground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. Echoes on the ground.